What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back once again, episode 70. I am Anthony. I'm here with my resident homies, as always, Joel, Joseph, and Casey. And today we have a special guest. He's a comeback guest. He's already been on, I think, only over a year ago. You guys came on first, dude. So that's cool that it's been a whole year now and you're back. What up, Jared? How are you, bro?
What's up? Good to see you guys. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Yeah, dude. Jared
Hello.
Christianson from fucking Arkaik. And thank you so much for the last minute jump on for all of you who were waiting for Radical Research dudes. They had to reschedule. We're going to have them on. Don't worry. But unforeseen circumstances happen. Shit happens. I mean, we've been into this for this long, having a day of this, our first day of reschedule. So I think we got a lot of luck on our side with this podcast so far. So fuck yeah, guys. Jared, plug away, dude. Where do we buy the Arkaik merch? All that shit. Any upcoming shows? What's going down?
Yeah, we've got our album comes out in 8 days. Yeah, 8 days. So pick up the album.
Yeah.
That's the call to action. Grab that album. You can get it at the Artisan Era's web store. They've got like CDs, they got vinyl, got some t-shirts, all that stuff.
Sick artwork, dude. When you all that shit. That looks dope.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Dude, both shirt designs, but that one on the right, it's like, I love that color palette you guys went with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's super cool.
That's
Who did the
super
artwork
sick.
for it?
That's a dude. He goes by Jungle Eye. His artist name is Jungle Eye. His name's Ashley Christedison, and he did the like the flag that's on my wall, like the last design that we did. He did that one too, and I actually had that kind of before the I wasn't really planning on putting it in the album, but it's also like correlates with it because it's like the sirens and electric veils, because we like brought them back into this album, so it like seemed to fit. But we're like, we should have like an alternate design, and I had that just kind of hanging out, and I was like, let's use this one.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Sick, dude.
So what for the new album though? What would you say from the last album? Is there a big change that you're doing?
Before we get into that, let me plug. I forgot last week. BattleForgeCoffee.com. Go get your fix on some caffeinated death metal
stuff.
death metal stuff. Death metal beans, dude. It's the
Yeah.
deeds of beans, dude.
Go get
The beans of flesh, dude.
gradually caffeinated.
Gradually
Gradually
caffeinated.
caffeinated. Yes.
It is
Oh,
not
yeah.
gradual, actually. It comes on quite fast.
It comes on quite fast, yeah. So hit that shit up, dude. All right, back to you, Jared. Sorry.
Yeah, like what's the main differences from the last album to this album? Is there anything that stands out?
I think the mix is different, and kind of like the mix I've been trying to get, which is like big and I don't know, like kind of bombastic sounding, but you can still hear everything. It's just hard to like mix tech death albums because there's so much going on with all the instruments.
Yeah.
So kind of like, yeah, I think the mix is really cool. Like it was a different person that mixed it. So previously, Zach Oren had mixed Nemethia, Lucid Dawn, Metamorphic Ignition. So the last 3 albums were mixed by the same person. So this being like a different person, Mike Lowe from Infury and the Artisan Era. So he mixed the album. And so I think like he put his touch onto it, like kind of how it sounds sonically. And then the writers like were different. So most of the album was written by like Chris Portugal or Alex Haddad or myself. Like I wrote some riffs and stuff. So like I think the combination between like the kind of the people who contributed to it and like the kind of all over, like who wrote it and the mix and everything, it kind of has to me it sounds fresh. Like I like, you know, when I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, like this is a good, I feel like happy with how it sounds.
I didn't have
Nice.
a whole lot of time to listen to everything, but I did listen to the first 2 tracks, and it's fucking heavy as fuck at times, dude. Like, I was like, is there Archaic records that have gotten this heavy? I mean, I think
Probably
you guys-
not. There's some, yeah, I think there's brutaler parts on this album than we've
Mhm.
done before. And like they last a little bit longer, so we don't
Mhm,
just like
mhm.
switch out of them in like 2 seconds. It's just like we'll
Yeah.
keep like hammering on certain things.
Totally.
Yeah, I was gonna say I listened to it like almost the whole thing twice just before the episode because we got the secret listen link, you know. And man, dude, I think it sounds great. Like it sounds really like full and like heavy and like yeah, like you're saying that sounds cool. It's like it has a fresh sound and I love it, man. I can hear everything. Like it sounds fat, dude. It's great.
So were you guys already working on these songs the last time you came on the pod, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah. So about over a year ago, you guys were already putting this together.
Yeah, like we had planned on recording it spring of 2020
Oh damn.
before we were gonna record or get like most of the tracking done before a tour we had booked with Vervum and Irreversible Mechanism that was like going to be our first European tour. And so when that got canceled, well, when everything got shut down, so did the studio, and everything kind of just got pushed back. And then 2021 was just trying to get it finished and like piece it together, get all the things in place. We were gonna maybe release it late 2021, but like things just worked out better to just release it earlier this year, 8 days from now.
Nice, dude.
So who ended up playing bass for it?
You guys might know him. His name's Malcolm Pugh.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, dude. He like we're this whole time we're also like kind of trying to find the right bass player, like looking, you know, for that like to like tour with first and then whatever. But at the time we were gonna like either hire somebody or we were even thinking about, God forbid, programming it. And Malcolm's like, nah, dude, I'll just play it. Let me just whip that shit out. And so he like, I don't know how he did it because he did it so quickly. He'd like, the songs aren't like, you listen to them, they're not easy songs to like to get down at all. And he would crank out like a song in like a day or a day and a half, just boom, boom, boom. There you go. And it's like sounds amazing.
That's crazy, man.
How old is he?
Malcolm?
Maybe a younger cat?
No, he's like probably like mid-30s, I think.
Okay.
He owns Artisan Era too. He owns the label and he plays guitar in Inferi.
Damn, dude.
So, yeah. No, he's got a lot going on.
He does like a million things. No, you know, he does like literally a million different things, or maybe just 10 things, like really at a high level. Like the music videos that we did, that was just like him, you know, doing his thing with his camera. And he's like doing it like artistically and like he's done it before. And I asked him like, how many music videos have you done, dude? And he's like, oh, this is my second one. I was like, seems like you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. That's
He's
crazy.
just got a natural knack for picking up shit and wanting to do shit. That's a weird thing that like you rarely hear that. Like you're signed to a label and the owner of your label is in your band. I'm thinking of Exit 13. That was a band that had one of the owners of Relapse in it too. But it's an interesting thing to hear that he's pushing bands and he's a musician himself and he's involved in the bands that he's putting out.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like one of the more important people in technical death metal right now. Probably someone who's like been able to capitalize on it in the modern era better than anyone else I can think of. Kind of like an Eric figure for like the 2020s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. The Landmark. I mean, you can understand why. I mean, you're running your own business and shit like that. Like, might as well get good at all the things that you have to pay for, so you don't have to pay for them. You know?
Exactly. Like I was kind of trying to figure out like, why would you do all this yourself? Or like, is this, and you know, part of it is because it's like art, and he's like an artist, so it kind of comes naturally. But he also goes like, when he wants to learn about something, he's the kind of person that learns like hardcore for like just like dives 110% in. And then also the like if you hire somebody, then you're putting it in somebody else's hands, and then they could mess it up. So like to me it sounded like he was trying to just be the one to make sure that it's comes out like at the level that he wants to represent the label and that the band deserves and stuff.
That's awesome.
I'd like to actually get him on the show and pick his brain, like, because he is like the next generation label after all us unique leader dudes were doing shit, and so that I just like to the same way I always talk to everybody. Like, I'd like to go back in the beginning of his story and see what built him up to be what he is currently today.
He's done Entheos's what are they called? Copper Crab before, so
that's a cool name for a label
with them
too.
He played with them on guitar for a while, right?
Yeah.
That's how I first heard about him. I was like, who's this guy? I didn't know. I'd never seen him before, and that's how. And then obviously he's got an unmistakable beard. So I saw him then pop up more and more, and I was like, oh shit, he's in Inferi. Oh shit, he runs fucking Artisan Era. Oh shit, like you just keep finding out more about him. Like, oh god damn, this guy's like got his hands in all of it,
And that's that name of that label it's catchy. It rolls off the tongue. It makes sense. Like, like it's the Artisan Era right now.
Exactly.
And the cool thing about it too is it's one of those like stories where the artist signs to labels and then doesn't like things don't pan out the way they want to. So then they like figure it out themselves. Yeah. And then they get good at it themselves. And then they are like, well, why not? We made the Artisan Era was just a label that Malcolm made so they could release their own music without the label involved. Yeah. Like they were the label. And then they just started helping friends bands out and stuff and putting other stuff out. And
that's how Unique Leader started too, right? Dudes started it to put their own shit out.
Yeah. It's like grassroots kind of.
That actually, I want to know how many labels actually started like that, versus just being a guy or gal who wants to rake in the cash and
usually
all the artists.
This is how most labels start. It's like, in an office somewhere on a skyrise building, and everybody's wearing suits, and they're like, all right. How do we get the biggest ROI and hit our KPIs this month with these artists?
Yep.
And
can you explain those acronyms to dum-dums like us?
Huh?
Explain those acronyms to the people who don't know what they mean.
Return on investment, right?
Okay.
And key performance indicator.
I don't know
All
that
right,
one.
Dude.
I'm learning these things right now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's usually those guys, and they're like drinking blood, and they're just scheming on another level, and they're just like, we're just gonna enslave these artists and take their rights.
They're all wearing eyes wide shut masks and planning their next trip.
Drawing pentagrams and putting the CD in the middle. Like, this album is gonna make us rich.
Like what was it? Pick of Destiny. They wrote inside a pentagram written in ketchup.
Oh yeah, ketchup. Dude, that had Meatloaf in that movie. I just
dude, recently. He was the dad in the first scene.
That's like, I was like, I've never heard Meatloaf at all, and then I'm like, oh, but I've seen Pick of Destiny, so rest in peace, Like,
yeah, he even sings in the song, and he's ripping all the posters down and shit. But he forgot Dio, dude. Dio fucking. That was an epic scene, dude, where he's singing on the wall. I'm like, dude, how that's totally like a version of me being on mushrooms and Ozzy dancing on the cover of a metal magazine that's on my nightstand. That really fucking happened, dude. I came home on mushrooms and I'm in my bed and I look over and I think it was the Cabbage Patch too, dude. Ozzy doing the Cabbage Patch on the cover of like heavy metal magazine. I forget which one it was.
Fuck yeah.
Sick, dude.
It really happened. It really happened.
I know. Casey's
That's
going
cool.
nuts with the fucking changes. Jesus.
Sick, dude.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
this format's pretty funny. Just moving
It
shit
is.
around.
Well,
Murray's
back
already
to-
calling us out for being in the weeds, dude. And we're 16 minutes in.
I'm listening to the new Arkaik in my headphones right now, and it's very, very sick. So I don't
You're
care what you
listening
guys are
to it
talking
right
about.
now.
Yeah. I just got to track 3, dude. A Boat of the Deceiver.
Dude, nice. 3, 4, and 5 are like my favorites so far. Like,
Oh
so-
yeah.
Yeah, what did you
that's-
guys think? Because I don't. It's my music. It's hard for me to like explain like it. But what do you feel is different?
I need to listen to it more because every time I listen to it, you dance the whole album out for me. I think it's probably happened
My
3 or 4
living room.
times. Yeah, I have some secret videos that I'm not going to release of just you just going like, just like breaking it all down. But no, it's awesome, man. I mean, it's fucking. I mean, when that video came out, it's funny because I don't even remember hearing that song as far as like the kind of more dissonant heaviness that was coming from it. I didn't expect that at all. And I was like, what the fuck? I've heard this album like 2 or 3 times. And like, it was actually very fucking, I was down with the change. And I'm sure, obviously there's change. So you're probably going to hear some weird positive and negatives. But I was down with like the heavy dissonant shit that you guys were doing on top of like, I mean, is that a super neural flame on there too? Or that was just a one-off?
That was a one-off single.
Okay. Yeah. I was like thinking you guys were gonna go down kind of more that road, kind of like that was like a shreddier kind of style. Like it was like mostly focused on like melodic shred stuff. So I was like, okay, they're going down that. That's fucking sick. And I thought that song was amazing. But no, I was very like, I mean, Alex recorded the guitar for it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did all the guitars except for a few solos. We had Miguel do some solos. Miguel Esparza.
Okay.
He played on Lucid Dawn on that album.
Awesome.
And he toured with us for like 4 years or so.
Hell yeah.
So we were like just getting the homies to do some solos and stuff. And Jack Flieger from Singularity, Nathan's other band, he did a solo on To Summon a Moria. I think that's track 6. And then we got like our friend Dallas played flute on that song. And then we had this girl Juliet play violin. So that song actually has like a bunch of people on it.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, I definitely like noticed the difference. I mean, I've actually been super down with every album. Not as far as like listening from front to like every time you guys release an album, I like post a big thing like this is fucking sick. Everyone check it out because I like fucking forget sometimes like how fucking amazing because you guys are like friends, so we're just all hanging out and I'm like, oh shit, he's in a fucking sick ass band too. I keep forgetting like and it's like and you just play us the new shit and I was like, oh man, this is yeah, it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's like extremely different from the last album, but it's definitely got moments of it that are completely different.
I mean, if you really go through the whole Arkaik catalog, there is that progression that happens each album. No 2 Arkaik albums really sound like very similar. There's always that Arkaik touch to the whole thing.
Totally.
But I knowing Jared for a long time, knowing these guys for a long time, even back then when we toured, you guys, you had the fire under your booties, and you always wanted to continue creating, and your ideas were like already past what was out. It's like that's how it should be as an artist. It doesn't matter. I feel like I'm fucking repeating myself, but it's like it doesn't matter about the other people. Like making another, if you made another album that sounds exactly the same as the last one, I think I'm cheating myself if I were the artist doing that. I would feel like, or you get stuck in a safe zone where you just want to stay too. I guess that happens with artists as well, but I think that what long-term artists are doing are constantly trying to make something new, something better than the last thing they did, only in their eyes, because that's really what keeps us going in the first place. Nah, what's up?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, if your goal is to like have like a static sound that like people can just really rely on, then and you like if you're like Pennywise or something, you can make the same album over and over. And nothing, like you just things keep cruising.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like there's with Arkaik, it was just it's always just like a checklist of things, like a certain level of technical riffery, and it has to be brutal, like has to have some elements of like that brutality, kind of slammy kind of heaviness, and then like the vocals have to have a variance of like, you know, not too much this and not too much that. I don't think we're like thinking about these things, but like
that's how it ends up naturally
certain,
coming out. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question about a song, but I don't want to like spoil it. So should I ask you off the pod or?
Well, people are gonna hear it soon, so I think
go for it.
So like, what is the X-Files sound? Like the trippy like the glowing orb like there's like the sound, dude. It's so sick. On song Broken Glass.
Oh, I'm listening to that right now.
What is that sound, dude? It's so
I haven't
cool.
gotten to the sound yet. I'm waiting for it.
David and I were like, it's like X-Files, like little trippy, like floating ghost sound, like, but it sounds so fucking good in the music. Like, well, first of all, like there's like all these cool things that you guys do that like are like, whoa, they're doing this, and it's like I've never really heard that, but it's like you guys pull it off so well. That's what's so good. Like everything's like, fuck yeah, this sounds really good. Like David and I were just like, this is so good. Like how it's done. Like we were just, dude, loving it.
Are you talking about like what kind of sound? Are you talking about like
it's like this cool sound? Yeah, it's like
a keyboard kind of, or like
yeah. What is that like?
Kind of
yeah, like it kind of sounds like a
oh, yeah.
No, but not like that. I'm just joking. But like it's like
it's something. So Alex just like a lot of that stuff. Anytime you hear like keys or a melodic sort of like added instrument or element, that's all Alex. He like would write. He writes like the whole song. Like he adds like he's like thinking about how the these other kind of instruments play into the riff and stuff like that.
Sick, dude. It's so good.
Dude, Alex, what's up with Alex? Like he's a fucking phenomenal guitar player, man. Like I watch, you know, I follow him on all the platforms and stuff, and the videos he posts. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's got like really cool, fresh ideas that for his style of guitar playing and death metal. I think it's like really, I don't know, what was his band before? Like what was his, like what other stuff can I listen to that Alex is on?
Yeah. So he had playing in a band, like a local metal band with Nathan, our drummer. So that's how they knew each other. That's like the connection. Okay. But then Alex was in a like black metal band. I'm blanking on the name right now, but he's always done his Desiderium. That's his like his most consistent thing. And now Desiderium's on the Artisan era. So like, you know,
is this something?
Nulling Roots. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Mauro. Yeah, so Alex, when we met him, he was in a band called Nulling Roots, and they're on Prosthetic Records. Oh, cool. And then he's always done Desiderium, and he just put like 2 Desiderium albums out back to back. And
does Prosthetic do anything anymore, by the way? Has anything been coming out on Prosthetic in a while? I remember that they were like putting some really solid shit out for a second.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Lamb of God, Reflux. Who else was on that? Light the City.
Oh, yeah.
There's a few in there. Other ones, too.
Definitely.
Sorry. That was just me again. Cutting everybody off just to be like, well, I got my question right now.
They still put out some pretty good bands. I'm looking at their roster right now. Prosthetic still has Monotheist are cool. Eternity's End is
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Cognizance, that's another sick tech prog band. But yeah, not as many as I remember.
Eternity's End, what are they all about? Is that the cancer?
That's Christian Wesner.
No, that's Into Eternity I'm thinking of. They did a cancer record.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
That's who Into Eternity is. Oh, the band with the cancer album.
Yeah. It's like it's the whole album
to Into Eternity. I didn't know about a cancer album.
There's one album,
Scattering of Ashes,
all about.
Oh no, the Incurable Tragedy. That's the one.
That's what it is, dude.
Okay.
And it literally is like a super depressing metal album because what all the words you're like dying in a hospital and shit. You're like, fuck, dude. He's literally singing about what it would be like to die in a hospital by yourself or whatever. And you're like, oh, dude, I want to headbang right now and cry at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's
all their albums have
pull
like
you down at the same time.
Have like depressive themes though. But yeah, that one like really got into the medical side of it. But dude, that third album, Buried into Oblivion, that's my one of
I think that's my jam.
Yeah, that one's
Buried into Oblivion.
Or I think it's just Buried in Oblivion. Yeah.
Okay.
They're like power metal, right?
Yeah, they had Stu Block sing, and then he went over to Iced Earth, and then he's back in Into Eternity now. So,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, that guy? Yeah, because I remember like they changed singers, and I was like, it's not the same.
I know.
Yeah.
They had a chick for a while. I think she's still kind of in the band. Yeah. But we played Stu Block back.
Yeah.
We opened for them at the Jumping Turtle in San Diego a long time ago. It was like one of our first like decent shows, like opening for a band.
I drove right by that place today. Like I was like 50 feet away from it. Like
Jumping Turtle's fun, dude. I've had
it used to be
there.
It's gone. Rest in peace. Jumping Turtle's gone. The turtle
is it?
I was gonna say
the turtle passed away. Yeah, but
the turtle is now only a shell.
Nah, it's gone. Yeah, but you know,
poor guy.
Yes, continue. Sorry, I had to jump in with
Ghost
my turtle
town in there.
Sorry about that.
Is it anything now? Is it just like a restaurant or something? Or
it's nothing, Joel.
Damn, it is a shell.
It's literally just the shell.
Shell shocked. Yeah. But well, fuck yeah. I mean, are you guys? So, I mean, obviously the album's coming out on your favorite band's day, 3/11. I was thinking, like, what do you like? What's like touring like? Are you guys gonna hit the road? Is there a certain time frame of hitting the road? Or you guys have an offer you can't, or something that's been confirmed you can't talk about, or what's going on with the touring stuff?
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Me too.
Next question.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be we'll be announcing something pretty soon, probably.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when, but something this year. We have
Fuck
something.
Yeah. Awesome. Are you guys planning? You guys were right before the pandemic. You guys were going to go to Europe, right? That was like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Who's like, is that being reworked at all, or is that going to be a thing at all?
It got reworked for like later on in the year, and then they had to cancel it again. So I don't think they're gonna rework it a third time.
Yeah.
Maybe I think so. Nick, the guitar player from Vervum, he booked the whole thing, and we still all want to tour together still, and I don't know if he quit booking or something, but I could see it happening again.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. I know we've already done the let's take it back thing. I was just thinking about that just like now. I was like,
my question was my next question was going to be, I can't remember. Did they actually demolish the Furniture Dome yet?
No. So actually,
no, they remodeled it.
And me and Jared were just talking about this. So it's now a weed club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like I was talking about, I was joking around about that. I'm like, dude, it used to be like an underground weed club when I lived there. It was like we had so much weed there. Like we were like, it was like an insane like warehouse of marijuana.
It really is, dude.
But you had to be friends with us. That's
yeah.
But no, they painted it all black. It's completely black now. And supposedly Shara said something about that they rented that your guys' old spot out and our old spot out to like someone else. So I guess someone bought it. And then basically they painted it all black, turned into a weed club, and now it's just like it's back in business. I literally just drove by it right on my way here just now. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
The dispensary dome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got dispensed.
Wow.
But yeah, it's weird to see because it looks all fresh and like it looks all like come into this new cool place, and I'm like that place was like falling
You should
apart.
go buy weed there, dude. You should totally.
I'm definitely
gonna
gonna go in there. Yeah, Casey bought a couch there back in the day when it was the furniture dome.
You actually patronized the furniture store?
Casey bought a red couch. Remember, it was a red, like this, like hot red couch. I just came back from work one day, and there's just this hot red couch in the living room. Like,
That's so funny. You bought it and just like walked it around the corner and up some stairs, and it's fucking home.
Dude, it was a nice couch, dude. Dude, Rich.
Nice couch.
And that was like for Rich to like stay on, dude. Or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They gave us this fat deal, and it was like this, like they were trying to get rid of it, and I was like, well, it's the red, I don't know, and like, but it was cool. It was like a futon thing that folded out like into like a couch bed, and it was like
was
all
that
sick,
Shredder Rich? Rich?
Yeah. But it was pretty funny. Yeah, I was like, all right, well, this is like a very red couch, like. And then like Joel comes up, and you're like, oh, sick! Look at this red couch.
I'm wearing like a red Circuit City shirt. I'm all like, dude,
yeah.
You sit down and you just disappear.
Oh man,
just a logo for Circuit City up in the corner.
Yeah.
Of the
just, Jared, did you guys ever patronize the furniture store from the Furniture Dome?
We attempted to on several occasions, but they're overpriced.
Yeah.
I don't know how they made money, to be honest.
Just a little,
like,
yeah. Like
especially the pandemic, they're just like shut down the whole time, and they're like the Sun was like having parties down there, and
oh really?
I don't know. They're probably just clearing out all the bags of cocaine that they ship in mattresses, something like that in the middle of the night when you have a
totally
truck.
Find out it was a fucking like mob front, and they just like.
I think it had to have been.
I think. Well, Cher is like pretty sure it was because you hear these trucks back up in the like 3 in the morning, and it's like beep beep beep, and then like I won't go into all the evidence because like the place is a different place now, and like the people were nice to us, but you never know. There's some of those mattresses looked sus.
There's some of those stores that you don't understand how they stay. Like you go to those like random stores around Santa Cruz, and it's like, you know how much it costs to like have a place here, and it's like there's no one ever in there, and like you're selling pottery that's like $12 a pop, and there's 0 people in there. And I'm like, it's either one like the wife married a rich dude and was like, yeah, babe, like fucking here and have your store and I'll pay for it, or they're selling drugs out of it. There's 2 possibilities.
Yeah, sorry.
I can relay an anecdote. So my dad, actually just down the street from the Furniture Dome, he owns some business commercial property out there, and there was a guy who he was renting from my dad who was like laissez-faire, like, I don't care what you're doing really, but he should have cared because the guy set up a fucking hash oil lab, and and then like they found out about it and it made the news. So you can like look this up if you just look up like hash oil lab, Live Oak, you'll find the stories. But like they had to like evacuate the like neighborhoods around it while they like went in and cleared it out, and they found like all kinds of sketchy shit. And it's so funny. For like a few months my dad was like, he like just like took the stuff that was not his, but he's like, well, this is mine now, and like, what are you gonna do, try to get it back from me? And then he was like selling off all this hash oil fucking labware like to these random people who like wanted to buy it. And so there's definitely some sketchy ass areas around that where commercial properties are being
literally, if you didn't mention the substance, it sounds like it's like a meth lab,
exploding or something.
They do explode and people do get injured. So
it actually happened by my childhood home, not when I was a child. When I was an adult, my parents were still living there for a little bit, and dude, like literally 2 blocks over, a fucking garage exploded because somebody was cooking up meth in there, dude. Like, God damn it, that's so gnarly.
I know.
You don't even know who's next door, dude. It could be
a hash oil process is similar in the sense that it's very dangerous, and I don't know. I mean, I guess they're still able to make a profit on it by taking risks and everything. So it must be pretty ludicrous. But,
cheers.
Ludicrous. Or lucrative? Or ludicrous?
Jared, I wanted to ask you this question too, because it's like
ludicrous.
Obviously, we're all on the same level. We're all humans, but you grew up, a fan of, our bands and shit. So before you got to Santa Cruz was like, you know, just had the Santa Cruz death metal legend that you had heard down south. So I want to know what it was like to move into the place that you knew all that shit was going down. Like how long did you get? Did it feel weird? Like, oh, this. Did you feel any energy in the rooms, like, or anything like that? Because I could get hippie-ish and be like, oh, dude, this is where, you know, if I moved into it. No, not yet, dude, not yet. Not yet. We're not even an hour in. But yeah, like if the version of that for me, you know, I would have this transition period of like, damn, I'm in this spot that, you know, these guys were doing their thing. I don't know. And I don't know if it sounds egotistical to ask. I just wanted to know, like, I'm curious, like going into that spot after all the history that I know happened there. I was just wondering what you thought about it.
Yeah, it's definitely like there's definitely like an energy about it, especially when I like first moved there, because I lived there for maybe 3 years or so. So it kind of started to feel like home after a while.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a while where I was tripping. I was like, I'm tripping. This is the house they always like jammed in, and like Decrepit Birth, and I saw them in like Southern California, and like that was the band that like made us want to play this certain style. And yeah, like it was a trip. But I don't know, I feel like it's like just another one of those synchronicities that, like, you know, you're on the right path, like keep going, like, you know.
Yep. Totally, dude. I agree. And I just thought about how I would be too. Like if Spawn and Possession wasn't an international band and like I ended up moving into their home, I would have a several month period where I'm like, wait, I'm shitting on the same toilet as them right now.
Well, I liked the idea of writing there too, because I was like, I can like channel the energy, you know.
Yeah.
So like I had eventually, like, it was just, we had roommates when I first moved in, and then eventually it was just me and Shara, and like one of the roommates moved out pretty early on, so I was able to like make that, like put my computer in there and make it my jam room or whatever. And it was like a different vibe. Like when I walked in there, I was like, you know, it's separate from like the rest of the house, and you almost don't even know there's something there, you know, the door in the living room, like, but it like opens up, and people would trip out because then I like made it all look cool and stuff, and I had a bunch of like Shara's dad had like 10 cabinets, like speaker cabinets in there, like guitar cabs and stuff, so it just like looked all cool.
Nice. So that was your creative space, was the room off of the living room? That was Josh's room, right?
Yeah, it was Josh's originally.
Yeah.
There was one thing about you talk about the vibe, and because, you know, when we moved in, it was like, I don't even know, it was like 2005 or 6. It was, you know, a long time ago, but it was like started off so festive, because I mean, I didn't actually start with I took David's room later, like a year later, but it was so much fun because it was like this place you could be as loud as you want. And we're, by the way, Furniture Dome guys, we're talking about this place in Santa Cruz that Jared's lived there, I've lived there, a bunch of our friends live there. Decrepit used to practice there, Odious, Animosity practice there, Brain Drill. But yeah, as far as like it had a cool feel to it. And then one time, because every now and then we'd get like bums coming up and sitting on, like, because we had like places to sit on the deck, and it's in an alleyway of a furniture store. So bums would show up there and just sit there, and I'd be like, "Hey, what's going on, dude? This is our house. You gotta bounce." and a couple times, I've actually heard it from you know, like bum style people, and from like people that just have been there forever, and they said that this was like a place that they like a halfway house or something like that for like mentally ill people, because you know that stairwell. There's a stairwell that goes to the furniture store, and it's all like rainbows and like all these like happy messages, and it's like super creepy. And, so I guess it was like a place where like a halfway house or something for a long time back in the 70s. So like once I saw that and you see the construction, things are kind of constructed kind of just weird in general in that house. Like that doorway in the fucking living room's like super narrow. Like and it just
gigantic bathroom with the washer and dryer that you guys had to pay quarters to use.
Oh yeah.
Totally. I just had a crazy idea or a crazy thought. What if like whoever lives there now, what if like two people conceive a child in that house and it's like impregnated with the soul of the house, and it comes out just like shredding guitar and like
that would be
playing death metal madness,
dude.
Like, what is up with our son? He's like screaming and he's like shredding.
And
on
they
the
have
guitar.
no idea about the history. Yeah, dude, that would be amazing. I'd love that. I mean, I feel that when I bring up the energy, it's because I feel it myself. Like going to certain places, like you go to a comedy room and you just feel the laughter just bleeding off the walls, you know. And same thing with like going down there each weekend, getting the feel of being in that environment where it was a sanctuary for so many different bands and musicians. Even if you weren't jamming there, you'd end up being there. There'd be guys from a Stratosphere, there'd be, you know, all these different bands just coming in and out of there. It's just all this creative energy just oozing through everything in that place. That's what I got from it. And things were made there. So it's like undeniable that it was, you know, a vibe for the people who were making the things there as well.
It's funny because when Josh, David, and I found the place, like in this like ad or whatever, 2005, and like we were like, oh, it sounds rad, above furniture store and all this, and we like went there, and like David, we like walked through the place and we're like, okay, well, this place is weird. It's like the bathrooms the bathroom's like a fun house or whatever. Like it's like all these different colored tiles everywhere and like weird. But we're like, but we can jam.
There's two showers.
Two showers
facing each other.
But one's like closed off and not working and shit. And like, but dude, we were like, this place is really crazy. Like, all right. And then David and I were both like down. We were like, dude, let's get this place. This place is a good deal. It was like, you know, at the time it was like $1,500 for a 3-bedroom or something, like super cheap.
Santa Cruz, yeah.
And we were like, what? And so we were like, all like, yeah, this is gonna be great. And then we can jam and all this. And it was funny because David and I were all down, but Josh was like not down.
Was he not down?
Yeah, no, he like in the very beginning, he was like, no, the place is like not nice enough. Like it's got to be somewhere else or something. You know? No, but I mean,
so
it was
glad he got outvoted.
But we were like looking. I mean,
totally.
to be honest, we were looking at like sick places, like all of it. They were like beautiful by the beach and like a little more expensive, like $100, so like $700 each or whatever, you know. But it was like we're like, no, dude, we got to get this place, and like I'm so glad we did. But we had to like really convince Josh that it was worth it. We're like, dude, it's gonna be. We'll clean it up. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Well, then the rules were like, what was you can be as loud as you want from 7 p.m. to 10 a.m. or something like that. That was the rules. That was like, so that like, rule immediately was like, all right. Cool.
What was that?
The rule was 7 p.m. to 10 a.m. You could be as loud as you wanted after 7 p.m.
Exactly, yeah.
Because like you're literally competing with a blues bar next door who's fucking rocking, you know, like,
oh yeah,
and the business is closed at 7, so it's like
Rose Alley.
We just wait till 7. There was I've brought it up a couple times. There was one time where it was Animosity in the living room practicing. It was Odious or Decrepit, probably Odious in one of the rooms, and then Brain Driddle in another room, all playing at the same time. And I remember just like thinking, because I was so used to that lifestyle, I was like, yeah, totally, everyone's just jamming, it's fun.
It's normal.
Like, I went to go take a piss like in the middle of it, and I was like hearing everyone play at the same time, and I was like, or hearing just like, you know, Brain Drill go blue blue and like Animosity playing right at the same time, and I was like, this is actually pretty fucking insane. Actually, I had to step there in the hallway and be like, this is fucking kind of crazy. This is like you know, at the time it's like, yeah, whatever, we're all jamming, we have to fucking play shows, like we want to get good, you know, like. But yeah, just understanding all the sonic fucking waves that were going through that the hallway at the time.
It's like you think of like bands talking about like, yeah, we had this rehearsal place in like Seattle and we all lived in it and blah blah blah, and you know, and then that's like every story of like Alice in Chains or whatever, you know. But it's like we like had an apartment that we lived in, but it was like a rehearsal studio. It was like the same thing. It was just like backwards, you know. We like happened to live there first and jam there second, as opposed to the other way around. Whatever.
Exactly.
We happen to have a toilet and a shower.
We need to get VH1 to do a thing like
I wish
Yeah,
there was
exactly,
like
yeah.
I wish there was like iPhones the whole time we were there, like so we could like capture more stuff, you know? Like I wish
I don't
like,
know how
'cause-
to get myself back in. Sorry.
Anthony's all
Fourth
like
wall.
waiting to try to get
I'm
back
breaking
in.
the
He's all-
fourth wall right now. I don't know how to get back in when I'm back sitting down. Do I got to wait?
well,
for
this
you
is how
guys?
you do it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
you're a fucking asshole like that. Can I manually put myself back in though?
I think you can click at the bottom maybe. Shit.
I don't know.
I didn't click that. Thanks, Casey. But no, that house, I mean, we've talked about it a million times on the podcast, but that was
Yeah, but I love
pretty
talking
much,
about it. And what I was going to say about going back to the how like run down it was, it doesn't matter how run down it was because it gave like the ability to be free thinking and create. And you guys made it your own. You know, all the posters and the records on the wall and shit. This is just like constant fucking stimuli of creative shit. You know, there's records on those walls that I literally just went to check out just because of the record, like the Mothers of Invention. We're only in it for the money. That's basically how I became a Zappa fan, was just seeing that record on the wall walking down the hallway. You know,
yeah.
a bunch of
Definitely.
old dudes and not old dudes, but like a bunch of it's an older picture of dudes in a dress and pigtails, and you're like, wait, this is Frank. This is what Frank Zappa is all about. I got to see what it actually sounds like, and then I go home and listen to it, and I'm like, oh, well, I fucking love this shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then down the Zappa hole I went, you know.
No, that's like the whole, I mean, Odious, like David and Josh and Casey and stuff, like they showed me all the, like, I think it was actually that too. It was from it was from the just the records on like Rush Hemispheres on the wall or something. And they were like, oh, that's the best Rush album. And I was like, oh, really? Like I only know Moving
Wait,
Pictures
I
and
got
stuff.
something to show you guys. Hold on. I'll be right
Don't take it out. Don't take it out.
Okay,
Casey's going
there's
bananas.
too much screen
Casey's
going
going
on right now,
bananas.
dude. It's fucking bananas right
Just
now.
do one at a time. Casey's still like,
Oh my god.
I didn't do that. Okay. Anyways, but no, it was and then it was so cool. Like when I was like we were moving out and stuff, and Shara just calls me like when the first second she hears that we're moving out, she's like, "I need that place. Like, what are you guys doing? You guys moving out? I need it." And like, fucking, I'm gonna mute Joseph. I can hear his headphones, and it's fucking up my talking, dude. But no, it literally was just took it right over and it just stayed in the family, and I was so happy. Like when I moved to Sacramento, I just came back and I got to visit and I got to go. It was such a trip to go back there. It was like I thought it was gone forever, and I was like, fucking just get to go back, fucking pee in that fucking weird bathroom you guys were talking about, like, and like look around and be like, oh my god, I was here for 6 years, all the crazy shit that's happening here. And then when Jared and Shara got the notice to leave, why am I fucking stop doing that? When like I like went in the fucking my old room and like you guys
And
were
the
all hanging out,
Bowflex
partying and
Bowflex
stuff.
wasn't in the corner and it felt weird.
No, it was my second room. I went like into there and I just like laid on the bed for like 2 hours or something and just looked at everything. Necrophagus, huh?
Whoa, shit. I've never seen that before.
Is that a shirt?
Looks like a flag or something.
Guess where I got this?
Furniture Dome?
Bootleg.
No, I got it at a heavy metal t-shirt shop in Bangladesh when I was there earlier.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Dude,
It's like a
I
one of a kind fucking thing, dude.
they had all kinds of sick shirts. I got some of these for my friends. So I think I'm keeping this behemoth shirt for myself.
There's
These
all
are
these
mostly
like bootlegs.
No, they're actually like officially licensed. Apparently, this is my Death Leprosy.
But how much were they though? They're like you're saying like $4 or $5, right?
They're 400 taka, and I think it's like 88 taka to dollar, so it's like around $5 per shirt.
Wow.
So I hooked up all the homies. Not you guys, sorry.
I was gonna say, what up with the resident homies?
Dude, I'm sorry. I was like 6 shirts in. I was thinking like, all right, these are for the Dreamer guys. What's up, Dreamer guys? You're getting shirts. And then I had a few for myself, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I could get like 3 more shirts for the Cali guys. I'm like, I'm out of money, dude. I already thought of the Dreamer guys, so
It's all
Sorry.
good, dude.
Next time.
I know Joseph's like, I brought $15, so I'm done. Dude. Like,
I spent like $70 and got like 10 shirts and other shit. So,
God.
but
I
I owe
ain't
those guys
tripping,
because they've been
yo.
hooking me up. So, but dude, I'm
That's
so
awesome.
stoked on this necrophagous. It's a stillborn one. At the very bottom, it says that.
I don't know if I've seen that ever.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
This is
that.
going right behind me in my drum room. So,
That's a rock and roll band, right?
but dude, I think they were like kind of proggy though.
Yeah. Speaking of Prague,
wait, I just gotta do the shout out right. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Shout
Yeah,
out
shout out.
to hold up. Zavid.
Oh, so you're allowed to do it now, but no one else.
Well, I thought it'd be funny right
Uh-oh.
before the shout out.
Okay.
What
so now it's
happened?
allowed
I didn't
again.
see.
Okay. All right. So now how it goes. All right. So now we're back in.
Oh, shout out to Siam and Zavid, and we'll fucking
merch it,
license.
dude.
We'll license some merch for you guys to sell out there. And anyone else wants to license their merch to be sold in Bangladesh, hit me up. I got a hook, dude.
Oh yeah.
All
Get your
right,
shirts for $5
awesome.
out there.
How's the metal scene out there, dude? Obviously, they
it's-
got necro shit in the store.
It's pretty happening. I mean, it's, that country is developing super fast, and there's a decent scene. The biggest band is called Severe Dementia. I've talked about them once. And there's another band called, I think it's the Naiads. I got the word wrong last time. I think it's Naiads of Destruction. They just hired Chasen Westmoreland to play drums
Oh, sick.
for them as a session
damn.
drummer. So I'm like, these
Nice.
guys are serious. But it's funny because it's more like a melodic death metal band. It's like not super brutal, but
Cool.
it's probably up Chasen's alley. And I'm like, okay, I got to pay attention to these guys. So there's like people there who are like recruiting U.S. musicians to play with them, and they're doing like death fests out there. So they had Desecravity come out once to play in that country, who are a sick Japanese band.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
definitely developing. I'm sure that there will be like an India, Bangladesh kind of tour route mapped out pretty soon for American bands to go hit soon. So
Awesome, dude. That's
Yeah.
rad.
That'd be sick.
I love hearing
Exactly.
about like obscure metal like pockets, and
Yeah.
and extreme metal, like the real shit, Hearing that
Totally.
they know about necrophagus is dope.
Well, this is like a random like one-off like flag. Like
Yeah.
they had a ton of Pink Floyd. They love Pink Floyd out there. Like
Okay.
they love AC/DC. These are the bands that are international.
yeah.
You like go out and you really see like Linkin Park, Slipknot. Those bands are huge internationally. Megadeth, Motorhead, obviously, and then there's like a few like Nile has a pretty big international base.
Cool.
I was looking for Sepultura shirts, expecting that, but didn't find one.
Interesting.
Tool. Anyway, I mean, have you heard of
Yeah.
these bands?
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's sick
That's
though.
awesome.
That's cool to hear that there's there's a want for that there,
Yeah, I mean, it's very new
Yeah.
because I mean, it's still legally secular, but like it's still a religious Muslim country. So it's like pretty edgy even to like Metallica these days. It's still like that's not normal. So
Yeah.
But,
That is
but
super
there's
cool.
a generational shift happening, and I'm sure it'll just accelerate soon.
Maybe so Arkaik. So I mean, how Disgorge went to Indonesia and just took over, and they're like have to change rooms and stuff like that. Maybe that's the new hotspot for like taking over a country for metal.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. It's my big plan. But Arkaik, where are you guys gonna take over? I'm sure you got your sights on somewhere.
Wisconsin. Looking at Wisconsin.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Inner Wisconsin.
yeah, not the outer.
Not outer
That's already been.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's already been dominated. Yeah.
That makes
Fucking-
sense.
I don't know. We maybe Europe one day. Like we're gonna do like Eastern Europe too with that tour. All these like, not the normal like European places. Like I don't even know where some of these places were. But that would be cool. Maybe
Yeah,
when there's
totally.
not psychopaths, flying their planes around with bombs attached to them and just
Yeah, it's usually a
You
time
know?
to stay away. Generally,
let's
you
get
want to
that
stay
land.
Yeah.
away.
What's with humans, man?
Totally, dude. That's a fucking question I ask
can't
myself
stop.
all the fucking time, dude. Most of them can't, dude. I mean, there's certain aspects of my life I have a hard time stopping too, but it's just like the ego thing is mostly what drives whatever we're talking about. Really, it's all about who's at the helm and who's got the ego.
Reminds me of a song we did called Soliloquies of the War Machine. It's like literally about the same kind of thing, like this.
I think I got a shirt that's based on that song, because there's like a war machine just like fucking taking shit out underneath it.
Yep.
Oh, sick, dude.
Sick.
No, I didn't spill. My fucking mic just fell in my lap, dude, because I'm not using the same fucking thing I usually.
I think that there's something to that though. It's like once you it's like someone that was raised rich their whole life, like there's only like once your bar is set so high, and they're just like, well, how can I make it higher again? Like, and all the people that aren't rich are like, I want to get to that one bar, and that person that was born there their whole life, that's not cutting it anymore. It's like, all right, well, I got this land, and now like I
got all of Russia.
yeah.
I just want this little pocket over here. Just
it's like I want that extra little pocket. Well, the add-on. Can I get the add-on?
And then you ask, and they're like, "Nah, I don't think so." And they're like, "God damn it, let me just."
I get what I want. My dad told me when I was a kid.
Well,
I write a Steve.
Money hits a ceiling. Money hits a ceiling, dude. Eventually, you'll get bored with that, and then what comes next? Power, dude.
It's like, that's with anything in life, like an excess or anything. Like, it's not going to be what it was proposed to be when you were first starting out, like looking at that goal. Like, that was the goal back in the day, and all of a sudden you're there for like 9 years, and you're like, this sucks now. I don't know, like, I need more. It's kind of like a human reaction.
That takes me back to the Furniture Dome real quick in the bathroom, because there used to be a poster up. This is a little tidbit for people who are Severed Savior fans. There was a Man is the Bastard poster up in that bathroom, and I'd look at it all the time while I'd be taking a piss, like multiple times. Just look at that poster, like, fuck, that's crazy, dude. These like rich like politics are just rich people on top of a pile of bones and people, and I was just like, fuck, dude. That literally it's the perfect metaphor for society. Everybody who's rich and got power is just sitting comfortably at the top, while all the, everybody below that is, the further you go down in that pile of people, the more pressure and suffocation happens, dude. And there's people that pull out from underneath that and climb up to the top. And but that was like the Servile Insurrection, that song that was based on looking at that poster multiple times, taking a leak at that house.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you came up with the concept for Servile Insurrection, the song, and then it became the album concept in a way?
Well, no. So I mean, so how it worked out, we probably already went over this when Gilbert was on or whatever, but Gilbert had ideas for the subject matter of each song already, and that song actually was already called Servile Insurrection when they first did it with Dusty, the demo version, and then they made that the album name as well. But no, I just literally took those two words at a literal sense and worked that poster in through the writing process of that song, dude. And it's literally, it starts out about a pile of bodies, dude.
Nice.
Just read the lyrics and you'll understand what I'm talking about, and then find that Man is the Bastard record. It's not like a full-length album that they put out. I don't think they ever even did full lengths. It was all like split 7 inches and shit like that. But there's one obscure Man is the Bastard release that has a cover of that I'm explaining. Yeah.
I am looking for it right now.
Oh yeah, man. Grew up on that.
And
shit,
that was
sure.
that's Josh and David, and the San Diego crew brought that up to Santa Cruz.
They're rad. Yeah, it's a good band. But yeah, dude. So
yeah,
Jared,
dude, power violence.
I got a question for Jared. So like what kind of like bands influenced you as a musician, and that could be like, thought of as like influencing Arkaik, but that people might not expect?
I don't know.
or if there's any. I just wonder.
Mars Volta.
Oh,
the Mars
cool.
Volta.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
A lot of our lyrics are kind of like the way that Mars Volta lyrics are, like they don't make any sense. Like they're really weird, twisted poetry kind of things. Like they're kind of hard to decipher, but you can there's kind of a through line that you can follow. Like you can read them and kind of get a vibe and like that you kind of figure out what's happening. But the lyrics, when me and Chance first got into Mars Volta, we were trying to take a break from death metal because we were just listening to it constantly. Yeah. Like, and Chance has always been the one to kind of like go outside the bounds and kind of find cool shit. And so we started checking out Mars Volta and yeah, like their lyrics were really cool and kind of deranged and kind of like dark. And the song, like the way that the songs flow through each other, like that was, and with like the weird noises, like Mars Volta took it to the extreme and did like 8 minutes of just like an echoing, like delaying kind of thing with like weird stuff like coming in and out. But I would say like that, I don't know, like that's probably like the one good example I could give you.
That's a good one, dude. Hell yeah. It's awesome. Yeah, Mars Volta's great. Joel knows about them and his roommate Trevor is down. You guys brought them.
I haven't really got into them. But the musical,
I fucking love them.
No, it's just the like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's certain bands that I like. I'm like musically like fuck yeah, but sometimes like vocals
they're hard to get. They're hard to get into. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't an immediate kind of thing. Like Chance we'd just go on drive to a show and like listen to a Mars Volta album, and you kind of have to listen to the whole album.
Yeah,
and to kind of like get what they're doing. And
I think as a vocalist too, for some reason, I'm more I like a vast range of vocals. A lot is acceptable. Even bad vocals like can actually be good to me at certain times if I'm in the right mood, like some lo-fi indie hip hop where dude's trying to sing a fucking hook over it and it doesn't sound good. I could still be down,
Oh, so, totally, dude. Yeah, like all the new metal stuff for sure. Yeah.
No.
Sorry. I thought I was muted.
I even went for a word. New metal actually is way better than what I just burned myself harder with what I was saying.
It's a joke.
But I'm more acceptable to like the vast range of vocals and also I love instrumental music more than you would think a vocalist would. I probably go for instrumental music more than I do with vocals, even with hip hop too. I love just listening to beats, but at the same time, getting like deep on lyrics and shit too. I can get into that vibe.
How like hip hop also like releases albums as instrumentals too. What if metal did that? I mean, they kind of has been bands.
Yeah, didn't like Periphery do that?
Yeah,
they did, but you can't find it anywhere because it's like,
so it wasn't an official release.
You can find it on YouTube. It's the only way, like they had it on Spotify for a while, and I loved it. Like, because I'm just not a fan of the vocals of that band. So like, but the music's like fucking mind blowing to me. I'm just like, holy shit! And like hearing that first album with no vocals, really. I mean, there's a lot of people that agree with that, but the thing is, like, it's kind of fucked up also to the singer a little bit. I think maybe a little bit. I think that's maybe why they made it not a thing, because they're like, all right, well, the singer's like, yeah, I'm part of the band. They're like, yeah, but a lot of people like it when you're not. So, like, I think it's kind of a fucked up thing. I think they probably just all got together and were like, all right, we're not gonna have that like available for people to listen to, as easily. But
well, prog's like hard to sing over,
Oh, totally.
Like that's just in general, like prog rock, prog metal, prog anything. It's hard to sing over, It's hard to pull it off.
Yeah, because the weird timing and stuff. Like it's hard to make like cadences that feel natural and like hummable and like sticky kind of anything when you're doing like, we're gonna do 2 measures of 7 and then 1 measure of 5 and then we're gonna do a measure of 8, then a 3, and then like. Yeah, you can't, it's just not as hooky.
Well,
like,
it doesn't the hooky. That's not like and it's all
well, yeah, but
it's like.
I mean, you can do it.
Rush did it well.
I feel like
it's way harder.
No, you're 100% right. I'm just trying to think of like, like obviously Geddy Lee is like kind of the god of that, like pulling it off great. And some people don't like his singing, but it's like if you understand how if you like it and you like prog, like if you like Geddy Lee and you like prog, like you're gonna be like, dude, he's like so good at it, like kills.
He's really good.
Dude, he's so good at the fact that you don't even know it's prog. Like that's how good he is. It sounds like people are like, yeah, this is just catchy music. I'm like, dude, do you understand like shit that they're playing right now? Like
he's a wizard forest elf, like who just shreds the bass. It just like I mean, if you look at it that way, then it makes sense, you know. But if you're expecting, oh, Geddy Lee doesn't sound like Axl Rose or something, well, it's like you're just not listening to it the right way. You know?
Exactly.
Rush is one of those bands where it's like it naturally weeds out the casual fans. There are a few still that linger, but it's like Rush distills their audience down to like diehards, you know, naturally.
That's true. People follow them around like the Grateful Dead, pretty much. People
I love Rush, and I love being at their show, and you could just tell like everybody loves Rush when you're.
It's like a sober Grateful Dead show. It's like everyone's sober. Everyone's like, I'm gonna have one fucking Molson Ice, and I'll go watch this show. And like everyone like at the Grateful Dead's like, I'm gonna have 9 hits of acid and fucking like I'm not gonna know what's even happening.
A bunch of like responsible scientists and engineers are going to the Rush concert, and I had two IPAs, and then and then the Tesla drove me home fine. It was
I just drove home like this. I was like, fuck it. That's cool. So I mean,
gotta rock.
I know. So Jared, you're way into electronic music and stuff too. Or have you ever created any? Are you trying to create any? I know you're a good drummer too. Is it something that I know Chance is like obviously a creator of that style of music too.
Shout out Chance. Came on with you your first spot on here.
Oh, yeah. Is it something that like another form of music that you'd ever consider doing? Because I know like how into it you guys all are.
Maybe. I mess around with it. It's kind of a way for me to keep my chops up. Because I don't have always like a fresh, like especially now we're done writing the new album, and it's like we don't like we'll start writing again soon, but right now I don't have any death metal work on, so I like to buy sample packs and then just play around like it's like Legos and put beats and noises together, and I don't know, it's just like it's kind of fun for your brain. And if you use Ableton, everything's all colorful. It's like pushing around colorful blocks and cutting things up and manipulating shit. So I find it fun, but like the level that some like producers are at is so like it would take me like 10 years to get there, like, or like it's just another thing where it's like to be like at the top of that like level, it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of like time and stuff, and I just don't do that enough. So I just do it for fun, just make around like mess around with sample packs and making like beats and wompy weird noises and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
I will say I did do a song when I like first got my first sample pack, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna like try to make a song here. And then I was like, let me try to mix like screaming vocals with it. And it actually like I show it to some people sometimes, and they're like, that's not actually that bad. Like I could see that being a thing. But I don't know. I think maybe one day.
Yeah. You're saying like crossing like electronic music with death metal vocals?
Yeah, or just like heavy, like kind of just my natural vocals, like with like really aggressive and like mixing like brutal guitars in there somehow. It's very hard to do though, because they're totally different vibes. So
there's an unreleased project between Mitch,
Igor, by the way.
Well, yeah, he does it well too. Big Chocolate and Mitch from Suicide Silence, before he passed away, they had a little EP that they did that not a lot of people heard. And DK showed it to me, and I was like, this is actually like a a very good blend of those two things. Like they actually hit it to where I was like, yo, this could be something.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it more and more because there are people that are figuring it out. Like there's this heaviness aspect to both those styles of music that if you blend it correctly, it could be a new thing, you know.
Do you think a lot of the EDM stuff, this is what I think about when I hear EDM with like the big build-ups to the breakdowns. I feel like, to me, just being the casual, I'm not like, I mean, when I'm around you guys, I listen to it a bunch. But and you guys, I mean, you guys are trying to show me cool stuff and like check this out, and I'm open to it. But one thing that it did really bring up to me was like, is that style of music, like, it seems like it came from metal with the build up and breakdown. It's like the way they have the breakdown is kind of like metal or you know, deathcore or something like that.
I see what you're saying. It totally,
like, it builds up to like the big breakdown and then heavy thing, and then everyone goes like, you know, at the EDM shows, and then at those shows everyone goes like,
well, now there's a dude named Sudden Death. If you look up a guy named Sudden Death, he's like is dark. He's almost like the behemoth of like that super gnarly dubstep kind of stuff, and his stuff is like, it's just, there's a level of like heavy and because we're not talking about you know, we're not talking about house music like tropical party island. It's just like,
what some of that is actually pretty good though. I can get down in the right mood. If I'm in the right place with the right people, I could be like, all right, yeah, we'll move to this, but I'm not going to bump it in my car.
Yeah,
reminds me of just being on an endless staircase, where it's you're just kind of moving up the staircase forever.
Yeah.
And your quads start burning. You're like, fuck, dude. Like, I can't do this forever.
So what you're saying, this dude's like got the evil.
Yeah, he's kind of got this like dark sort of evil vibe, and metal like logo. Like a lot of the guys are like adopting metal logos, even though they're not like even that like the metalish kind of dubstep.
Yeah.
But there's another guy named like Sullivan King who like does like, he's like a vocalist, so he like scream over his tracks and stuff, and it's like really heavy, and everybody headbangs. Like that's the thing now, is like they all like headbang like really hard. It's like headbanging kind of music. So there's a crossover there, but I just don't. I think that like you gotta. It's like for a certain kind of person. Like most metal people are just gonna be allergic to that kind of music. I was for a long time.
There was a time though where a lot of people that were into metal were all of a sudden into dubstep, like in the 2010, 11, 12 like time. I was noticing a lot of people that were like death metal and metal were like, I like the electronic. Like my brother was one of the first people I ever saw do it. He was like, oh, I love, you know, he was like in the early 90s. He's an older cat than us, and he would like old Cannibal Corpse shirts, walk into my mom's work with like, you know, all the gnarly shirts on. I'll just be like a little kid like, Jesus, you're fucking, you're crazy. And then he went to, he's a DJ now. Now he's like, that's all he cares about. It's like, he still knows all of his metal stuff, but like, I've known so many people that have taken that leap. They've gone from crazy metal, technical metal.
Murdoch.
Like okay.
Murdoch he just called himself out. He's the newest comment calling himself out. Yep. I remember him always going to dubstep shows and shit.
Really? Murdoch went to dubstep? For some reason, I didn't pin him on that at all. I guess
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, and you know what's happening too is you're seeing like dudes who would be in bands and probably be in like metal bands or hardcore bands or like some kind of like alternative kind of countercultural kind of band, but since bands aren't economically, you know, great, they're just like, I can do all this myself and make all the music myself. And you can tell they have like metal influences because it comes out in their electronic music. And they probably would have been in a death metal band or in a metal band, but they just like got a computer and they're like, oh, look at this. Oh, you pay me like, you know, $5,000 a show and I don't have to split it with anybody. I don't have to carry any gear. I just, you know,
Carry Gear. Shout out Carry Gear.
Oh yeah,
Carry Gear.
Also, like David Siskin,
David Siskin, Jesus Christ,
our old
yeah.
guitarist, the original guitarist from Odious Mortem, my old friend.
Warbreaker.
He does drum and bass, and he's been doing that for, I mean, goddamn, like
20 years, probably.
20 years now. Yeah, putting on shows in San Francisco, like at Underground SF, bringing out people from London, a bunch of like drum and bass
I saw him
guys.
in some basement shows, and I was
man,
like, dude, he fucking rips, dude. He picks, because that's what it is. He's just, he's mixing his records, but I'm like, he has a great taste and knows how to transition well through his whole set. I was having a great time the whole time.
Yeah, well, he's
and
going live. He's going live tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow's my birthday, but he's doing like a live stream, like what is it, 6 to 7:30? Yeah, 6 to 7:30. Warbreaker. I should find exactly where the link is to where that is.
We'll put it on there.
Yeah, but that's it's pretty cool. He streams it live and everything, and you can find him on SoundCloud.
Is it still on JungleNet? What is it?
Oh yeah, Jungle. What is it? Jungle Train Net or something?
Professor.
JungleTrain.net.
Got JungleTrain.net. That's got to be what it is. Yeah.
I think that's
we'll find the link. Yeah.
If it's not Metal Archives, I'm not looking up this information.
I'll hit up David and find the link. But yeah, so anyways, you're talking about the electronic shit. But yeah, he compares a lot of that stuff, like it's when it's the heavy, like super crazy technical drumming and all the insane like shit. Like
that's the number one person I should have brought up when I was talking about. That's the number one person I should have brought. Like seeing him jamming him in a band with him, and he had just had turntables in his room, and like he'd bring me in there, like him and Silly Kid would go in there, and like I was like, I had no idea what the fuck they were doing. Like,
there's this dude named Sound Murderer that David Siskin turned me on to that would make mixes out of other jungle records and shit like that. But the way he would cut it up, dude, was just as tech as the tech metal that we listen to today.
Well, drum and bass is tech death. It's the EDM
it's
tech
straight up. It's straight up tech.
It's so glitchy and technical, and it's fast, and people mosh to it. It's like, it's not like each of those like EDM genres, like they're different like personality types that like are attracted to them.
That makes sense.
Do you want more evidence for this? The guitarist of The Last of Lucy, Gad Giddon, he's also a drum and bass producer now, and he's been we did a show. It was like a weird show with like EDM, and he like did a drum and bass set and then like played guitar for us later.
Yeah, dude, we would.
That's definitely a character type.
Siskin would play drum and bass and shit between, or like while we were setting up, and
yeah.
Well, just to give you guys, because he broke it down really cool for me one night, and because I had to people that have no idea what the fuck like this music is. It's like it's all like break beating, like it's like super fucking crazy. But the thing is, in his headphones, because I saw him, he took me behind the turntables and showed me what he was doing. So he has one headphone that's playing the other album or the other record on there.
That's ready to come up.
And he's counting, he's got a spot on the record, and he's holding the record down, and he's counting out with the time signature of the other record, and he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, bump, 1, 2. He's trying to catch it. And once he catches it, then he like would switch it over. Cause it's such aggressive music on both like discs or whatever the fuck records that you basically like you can't even tell if you don't know the music. You can't tell when the switch over happens. But the thing is, like, I went to his shows and stuff, and there'd be a ton of people in there, like, getting down, and then it sounded like the same song, like the same kind of style of song would just start playing, and the whole crowd would go, oh! And I was like, what the? And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And they're like, oh, he turned over to the next album because he matched up two insanely technical, rhythmic-based albums, and he got one in time with the other one, and then when he switched it over finally, the whole crowd was just like, what?
It was seamless, yeah.
Yep. So he texted me back. So it's jungletrain.net. So Jungle Train.
DJ Warbreaker.
And and it will be DJ Warbreaker. He will be on tomorrow live Pacific Standard Time, 6 to 7:30.
Nice. Hey, Jared, do you know Lab Rat? Have you heard of him?
No,
I've heard of the band Lab Rat.
Okay, he's another one of these guys. He played guitar with Max Zigman in a band called Crucifornication back in the day. And he was like the death metal guitarist of my school. He's like long blonde hair, and then he became one of these DJ guys and just switched over. And it's the same thing. He's like super sick guitarist that he probably just makes more money as a producer now. And
Or it's just easier. You don't have to find like 5 people too.
Yeah.
You don't have to
And
rely on
especially
anybody.
if you live in California, there's like a huge EDM scene. So like you're always getting to go play sets and everything. So yeah.
I think for all of us, we just really liked the aggressiveness of metal and just a bunch of dudes. We just love dudes.
It is kind of comforting to just be in a room full of sweaty dudes bouncing off each other, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Especially if you're a dude.
Especially if you're
No way,
yeah.
dude. No way.
Yeah.
Or
I remember when Borgor was like the guy who was like,
I was gonna bring him up earlier, actually.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him anymore, but
he was doing the dubstep metal crossover shit.
Oh, okay.
he was like the first guy who was kind of blowing up doing that.
You did a sick Britney Spears remix. I was like, this is actually dope. Like, I like Britney right now. Sick, dude. You guys can't laugh with me.
No, sorry, dude.
I unironically like some Britney Spears, so I wasn't about to say you have to remix it to make it good.
I saw Maro up in the chat. He said "sweaty dudes hearts."
No, I already put it up. I'll put it up again.
Who always forget to put on deodorant. Yeah,
That's definitely true. 10% of the crowd at least, but I mean that's scattered throughout the crowd. You're working your way through. You're gonna hit a dude every 5-6 dudes that miss the deodorant.
Oh, the shirtless dude that you have to like sneak by, and you just like rub. You basically like your shirt becomes like a rag for like a towel.
Or at the end of the night, he wants to become homies, and he's all sweaty, and he puts his arm around you.
God, I love it though. I'm fucking.
I still love it though, dude.
Yeah. Those
were the days.
That's the genre we chose, guys.
Are you guys planning on going to any shows coming up? There's like
I want to go to Atheists.
I got a ton of shows coming up. I got BT Bam and Car Bomb. I'm gonna see them twice. Friday, Saturdays. They're playing Santa Cruz.
Where at?
And Berkeley.
Santa
Berkeley
Cruz
on
Catalyst?
Saturday. No, Friday in Santa Cruz, but Saturday in Berkeley. So if you want to make that one, it's on not this one, but
Why can't I drive down to Santa Cruz on a Friday? I could get down there in an hour.
I don't need you don't need to come. But I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna see that in OC. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely come. I want to see Car Bomb live. That's the band I've always wanted to check out.
That's who I would be going for sure.
No, totally.
I want to see lasers, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Me and
Can't
Jared
wait.
were talking about that pre-pod. Like, what if he has a sample pedal, dude? What if he's lying, dude?
If he's a fake.
No, I seen video. He's got an effects and he
You have to have fresh strings for that.
Shit.
Yeah, those
But,
weird squealy noises that he make. Even on the first record, I was like, you really got to be intimate with your guitar to be able to find these noises and be able to manipulate them like that clean.
Yeah, he does a lot of the whammy pedal stuff to go lower, not higher. So he does like it's like actually watching him. He had a NAMM set I randomly watched yesterday, and him jamming at NAMM and using that. And like, holy shit, this guy's like a fucking freak. Like doing kind of almost like the EDM stuff, but doing it on a guitar or something. You know what I mean? Like actually doing it on an instrument, like live. Just
we got a little bit of that spice in the first song on the album. When you hear that, where it goes, because I was like taking Alex's guitar profiles and then exporting them to MIDI and then reamping them with Odin and turns it into a little DI signal, and I put a thing on that so I could actually like get the Guitar Pro and kind of like manipulate the notes, and it still would sound like a real guitar, like palm muted guitar or something. And so I was like trying to mess around with that riff, and I like cut it up, and then I went right and left with it, and it just messing around, and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds cool. And then I was like, what do you guys think? And I like send it to Alex and Nathan as a joke. Like they're gonna be like, oh, that's funny, but like can't do that. And Alex surprisingly was like, nah, it's got to stay. I like that. It's spicy. And and I was like, you could do it. Like you just need a little kill switch button, like and just tap it.
Oh, that's right. You guys have that in the. Is it in the music video?
It's in one of the songs that had a music video.
Yeah.
Orpheon Descent.
I've always liked, especially for like what you were into and stuff like that with the EDM, like all the things you could do.
That's the first track you're talking about, the Orpheon Descent, right? That's the name of the first one. Yeah.
No,
I only listened to the first two. I didn't have time to get through the whole thing like Casey did. But dude, I fucking am down, dude. Like I'm seriously down.
It's so sick. They're gonna make a splash.
I'm more down because I've heard more of it. So think about that.
It's a numbers game.
It's probably the best Arkaik album. I
really know what's going on, dude. I finished it twice.
You're good at double tasking.
All right, dude.
Or,
Almost.
yeah,
Actually,
multitasking, just like listening to the
You do
album and doing the
polyrhythms.
podcast.
dude. No,
How do you
it's
do
like it's really good, people. I mean,
What if
I
Casey
think
was on his third round right now?
I don't think anyone would expect Arkaik to not put out something amazing. I mean, I would be like, oh, Arkaik, dude, fucking, it's gonna be great, you know. But like, and I was excited. I mean, it's like, it's like there's different bands that, I love all bands like equally, but it's like there's some that just stick out. And for you guys, I was like, dude, like, what, like, I'm gonna hear the new Arkaik. I'm like, here we go. Like, I'm like ready to hear some crazy shit,
That was funny too. Casey hit us up, was like, can I listen to it? Can I? And I was like,
I was the one. I was like, dude, I need to hear it.
I was like, I don't know if he's gonna send me a link, and like literally,
like,
probably
please.
like when I hit send, like within like 22 seconds,
Boom.
it was like, bam. I was like, all right, here you go, dude.
Today I listened to like 3 different things getting ready for the podcast because we didn't know what the fuck we were doing this morning. This morning we were like,
And we're all like at work trying to text each other, like in the bathroom.
No, dude.
I was like in the toilet. It's the only place it's safe. I'm like,
yeah. So I'm like, I'm listening to Hunter's new shit, which is fucking dope. Gorging Shade. You guys hear about it when he comes on, which is, it's sick as fuck. And then, which we can still talk about it. Jared's on. I know he probably is familiar with the album. Give a little talk about and say it. Now you can give me the Anthony Drunk thing.
Dude, I don't
Incuros.
Okay.
What is it? Incuroso. No, that's wrong. How's the Spawn album? How do you say that?
Incurso?
Incurso. Marijuana and drunk. Yes. We should talk about that. If it's like their 10-year anniversary recently, he was saying, dude.
Oh, dude. Okay, so
I mean, we don't have to transition into that now. I'm just saying, like, I listened to so many albums, so that's what I was saying. That's why I brought it up.
Wait, are you talking about the band that was gonna come on?
Okay,
yeah. So Hunter from Canvas Solaris. Have you ever heard that band?
Mm-mm.
You should check it out, dude. It's really good instrumental prog shit, dude. And this new band, Gorging Shade, is that basically that same band, but reworked and playing a different style. And it's gonna have vocals and shit. But we were listening to it in preparation for what we were gonna be doing tonight, and then that fell through. And then I was listening to Spawn to get that one fresh because we're eventually gonna try and talk about it on the pod for a little bit somehow, somewhere. It doesn't have to be tonight. And then now Jared's coming on. Okay, I gotta listen to the new Arkaik shit. So it's like a lot of fucking metal today for me, like trying to crash or crunch like it's a fucking test that I'm taking tonight.
I was trying to get Jared on for the release date, right? But you have like you guys are doing stuff for that. That's a big day for you guys. It's the day before. 310 is what I was talking about. 311 is the day. March 11th is when it actually hits the
band
streets.
too. Yeah, it is a band.
The streets. You guys, no, it's just your band. But I'm just kidding. But no, it's fucking. That's a fun day, man. The album release day. That's a fun day. Like I'm actually kind of jealous of you right now. That's a day where all these like fucking media.
It's been a
things
while.
yeah, I know. Right?
It's
When was
been
the last
5
album?
years.
5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
a
always
long
like a
time.
good, like, I don't know, just exciting. Like you look at the reactions, like everything's just coming in at once. Like it's like whoa, 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 whoa. It's like it's a very like stimulating day.
Well, we were prepared this time. We actually like had music videos done before the album, and we had like we were able to get 2 of them, and then we had like a lyric video, and so like we had like
super sick, by the way.
good things, good content pieces for each of the singles, and then we had additional like drum playthroughs and guitar playthroughs. So I think that helps when you have like stuff that you can share with your audience that will like pump them up, or just remind them that something's coming. So like I think that like that made this experience funner because you know you get feedback when you put something out, and then you hear like what people think. Because you've been sitting on it I've been sitting on this stuff for a long time, so I'm like over it by now.
Yeah. Isn't that always how it
fresh
happens,
for
though?
people? Yeah.
I
But it
mean,
was
to put an
extended.
album-
It was a long time for this one. There was like a longer than normal sort of wait to kind of get the.
I wonder if
get the
there
whole
is
thing.
an artist that has put something together super quick that they loved and they put it out and everybody else loved, and then they could feel the freshness as it's happening. Has it ever happened? Everything's got a lot of preparation, a lot of time put into it. It's like by the time it comes out for the public, the people who are making it are already over it.
It's like an episode of South Park, like 6 days.
Well, this like I googled art. I saw somebody sent me a reaction video, and I googled like Arkaik reaction, and there's like 3 of them. So I think that was fun, is like watching people's first impressions. So I'm kind of like living vicariously through their first impression of them listening to it, and like what their facial expressions and stuff. So like there's a super funny one for Wayward Opulence with these 2 guys. They're from Europe, obviously from somewhere in Europe, but it's a like hilarious reaction video. So like that was fun. Like
obviously that is a positive charge that you get when you see somebody enjoy the art that you made. It's not the main reason why we're doing it, but it's definitely a big plus that once you put it out, everybody else is there are people that are down too.
There are a couple reaction video people that I like. I know Hardcore Keem. Have you guys heard of him or seen his stuff? Dude, he's like he like mostly goes on like metalcore, hardcore beatdown stuff, but he has like punching objects, like human shaped punching shit, and sometimes he'll just get up and just beat the shit out of people while listening to the music. It's fucking awesome, dude. I want to get on his channel. That's like my dream right now. There are a few people who like take it to the next level.
That is next level. I'm gonna purchase something to beat up, like to take out my I just want to beat something up right now.
It's like you want to feel like you're in the pit right now, and he like literally can just go safely fuck some shit up while listening to the music.
He just beats the shit out of that punching bag guy.
It is the reaction you want your music to evoke if you're playing that genre, and he like gets to do it. So I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's really a lot, like a proliferation of those channels that I'm like, man, this seems lazy. This is all you do. And then I'm like, fuck, I'd probably have fun doing it too. So maybe
it seems kind of fun.
Yeah. I've wanted to do it with these guys for sure. Like, we'll see someday, maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
One thing I hate about like reaction videos is just the thumbnail of them going.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea.
The bait.
I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
So I'm gonna pitch like a TV show idea.
Let's do it.
And it could be like Reaction Video Island, and it's like like 20 up and coming reaction video channels all compete for like a YouTube sponsorship, and they have to like grow their channels to like 100,000 subscribers in less than 2 weeks. And like there's an elimination process, and they vote them off the island. And they're like, yeah, man, his reaction, they're all like talking shit to each other. Like, yeah, his reaction wasn't really authentic. And I don't think that's gonna be what it takes to connect with the audience, for this type of challenge. We're in this is the real world that we're dealing with.
So funny, dude.
Oh
my God. Hilarious.
That is it's onto something, dude. Like a reality show based on just like competing YouTubers, whatever various.
But it's just reaction videos.
That's why it's called Reaction Video Island. But I'm saying, like, what about like a kid? Let me go further with it and say it's just competing YouTubers, and then it's like the children that open up toys, like how they open the toys, how they play with the toys. Like that kid didn't play with the toys the way that they should have been. Docked points.
Terrible lighting.
Had a problem getting the wrapping, the fumbling.
There's no way they're gonna get that brand endorsement. That kid's not going to college.
What about the reaction videos to the Reaction Island videos? Like when you start like inceptioning Like,
No, wait. The person who has like final say to vote them off the island reacts to their reaction videos. And like, and then the viewers vote for the reaction winner.
It's got to be 3 judges
based on his
and
reaction.
then it's got to be 3 judges, and out of the 3 judges, the audience votes on the reactions of the 3 judges, and then that's what tells you which reaction video.
There's like a staircase, and the great thing is that it's tokenized, so it's
and if there's a staircase, then you know that there's house music.
Yeah. If you're like the person you're rooting for on Reaction Video Island gets and moves to the next round, your digital currency token for that person goes up in value too.
So it gives it a financial incentive
like a horse race
for the audience to come back every single week
technical.
and be there in the get the ratings going for the channel.
It's crowdsourced,
dude. Within 5 minutes, we just had $1 billion fucking idea.
Yeah,
I had an idea for.
We'll sell it. We'll sell that idea.
I wanted to do Cali Death Jeopardy with you guys, and like get a bunch of questions from the audience, and then just see.
I thought we were about to do it right now.
It would be funny.
No.
I just had an idea.
Surprise.
What if just real quick, just to interject? But what if you like went to like someone like your mom or something, and you're like, all right, so here's like 5 death metal CDs, and you need to like pick one that's your favorite.
Death metal moms island.
Oh yeah,
or grandma.
Which one's
like,
most like
oh, I don't like
listenable for?
But she's like, but that one is like all right. Like, I don't know.
It's definitely going to be anything that has clean vocals. She's like, I can just lean on the clean vocal part.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Arkaik moms, or no, sorry, Archspire moms react was pretty good. They had the every mom in the band reacted. Yeah.
To their
really?
That's a good idea.
To their music.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's way better than my idea. I like that. That's great.
Yeah, see, I think a mom reacting to her own son or daughter's work would actually have a little bit of a bias that would get her through a little bit more of it than if you just walked up to a random lady and said, here's some death metal,
I think Trevor from Black Dahlia did like on the streets of New York. He like was like handing them the CD or something to listen to, and like people that he knew that weren't metalheads at all, and they're just like, okay, well the music's cool, like it's just the vocals, and like the vocalist is standing there.
Like, this is less technical than the last one. Like,
Jared knows we've always been the victim of that. All the non-death metal people commenting on our
we had to work up to you guys. We had to work up to those vocals, man. I mean, in the beginning, like we weren't children going like it wasn't like a beautiful sound to us. But once you get in, it's like a secret club that you're in. You're like, oh shit, it's an instrument too, pretty much. It's like it's another instrument that's just it's accommodating the fucking instruments, the aggressiveness of them. So I don't know.
It's next thing you know, it has to be as heavy as Abominable Futurity, or else I'm not listening to it.
Is there a band out there that does straight clean vocals over like Cannibal Corpse style?
I'm just saying, like you could easily just take that riff, like if you had an instrumental like and you're just all like, yeah, like Limp Bizkit,
that could be a good mashup, I think.
Yeah, reverse
that riff specifically that you're mouthing could definitely be a good mashup.
But a dude rapping over a Spawn of Possession song?
You basically.
Well, Dennis basically does. Dennis basically does.
No, but I'm saying that's like, but people are always trying to go like, oh, I want to add metal into something. But how about adding hip hop into the technical thing? Like
we're for Spawn of Possession.
Archspire does it. Archspire's done it.
Oh, that's pretty, He's Tech 9. He's Tech 9.
If you put like Bone Thugs and Harmony vocals like over Spawn of Possession, like it's like
you could catch probably a moment.
Like,
Busy Bone comes in. Busy Bone comes in. He's all. It could work.
Yeah, dude. That I don't know if it could be done right, but it's trippy, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I wanted to do I wanted to do death metal vocals over non-death metal. I think that's an unexplored music
Just like Cannibal Corpse with like the My Chemical Romance singer over it. And
well, I think that a good version of it is like Corpse Grinder's song on that newer Igor album, where it's over like 8-bit, but it's still got aggressive sounding drums on it.
That's what I'm saying. That's like an idea. Yeah.
I love that
because that song starts out heavy as shit, and then they break out into the 8-bit stuff, and you're like, wait, no, it still works. Corpse Grinder over 8-bit, and then you tie it into his fucking love for video games. You're like, this all makes so much sense now.
Yeah,
that's the song.
What is that? What is it? The newer Igor? The newest?
Oh yeah, it's the newest. It was 2019.
There's a music on a song.
There's that music video that's like super crazy, like insane art with all the shit. And then at the very end, he comes in with like that ski thing, and then it's the Corpse Grinder song at the end.
Yeah,
right, of that video. So if you see like,
Jared, peep it, dude.
Video called.
I think there's a studio video of
and then there's also a studio video of the Corpse Grinder.
It's like the most brutal Corpse Grinder you could think of. Just how he always comes, just hard as fuck. Over a really, really fucking heavy riff that goes for a while, and then like halfway through it, it's just like, we're gonna take the guitars out and it's gonna be 8-bit over these same kind of drums, and it's still heavy as fuck. You're just like, Corpse Grinder has enough heaviness. I mean, I just gotta say, like, we've seen Corpse Grinder do vocals. I've never seen a more powerful vocalist in death metal, where he can have the mic like a foot away from his mouth, and he's just belting out of that gigantic neck of his, and it's still just as audible as it should be in a live show, but the fucking mic's like a foot away from his mouth, dude. I have to be right up on it. My mic needs to be touching my mouth. Yes, I might be louder than most people, but I still need it there. You know, this guy's just fucking.
Imagine if the mic
that's a real beast, dude.
If you held it right there, what would happen, dude?
Just be in the red.
I was just checking it out. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you were listening to it?
Yeah.
The Igor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Igor.
If you haven't checked him out, dude, go deep down that rabbit hole. It's fun.
Anthony's the first one to show me.
Igor. Is it a guy, Igor? You keep saying him. Is it a dude?
It is a dude. I mean, he recruits.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
His name's not Igor, though.
His name's not Igor. It's
like Jethro Tull's a guy, you know.
So I already mentioned it, but I got into it on the Nostril album. I don't know how I came. I think it was like mentioned in the same conversation as Venetian Snares, which is a crazy fucking technical EDM producer guy that just shits out amazing shit all the time, and you know, Igor had some aspects of that in the music, but it was also heavily metal influenced, and there's other styles that I can't even pronounce, like what is it, bar-esque, or I can't even pronounce it, but there's like these other like weird styles of music that it's just another like a Stratosphere style project.
The Stratosphere's on Igor, the newest Igor.
Member
Timba's on it.
Oh yeah, it makes sense because you could just tell that like that dude grew up on Bungle, grew up on a Stratosphere, Farmers Market, like all these genre, you know, bending bands, and but he does it in his own way, you know.
I think there's like a tradition of like
Erlin's the bass player of the newer two.
There's like a tradition of like showmanship in Europe that's more like circusy, like I don't know, like
that's kind of like what I'm trying to explain is like this, like involving, like I love how he involves the accordion so well in the music. Like he makes the accordion just as much a part of this heavy ass music as everything else that's playing in that song.
I hate accordion.
Do you really?
Like, I'm over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he gets too into that, I'm kind of not down. That's my limitation on Igor. I like it when it's more like death metal. But dude, Flesh God Apocalypse, I think, also have like a circus background. I was told, like they were all performers in some like show, and then they just wanted to make it a death metal band, and they pulled it off.
That's
so like
sick.
Yeah,
that made
I'd
me
have to
more
confirm
intrigued.
that. I'm not sure, but someone just told me. But
I like the circus shit, like the Unexpect.
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
There's certain black metal bands like Dodd Hemsgaard. I say that fucking wrong every single time. There's some circus sounding shit in a lot of their records. I think it's a good blend too, to have that in metal. All right, we are so fucking deep in the fucking weeds.
Jared,
guys.
what's your favorite circus metal band?
I'm listening to this Igor song. That shit's crazy. That chorus right now.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't. It's literally like my pathway into listening to electronic music is Igor.
Damn.
Go deep down that rabbit hole, bro.
I mean, I haven't got into other electronic music.
Okay, so
that's
I want to
pathway.
What do you guys? Okay, have you ever heard of the band Black Dice?
No, but I like that name.
Well, Black Dice is an insane, like, kind of avant rock garde, crazy. Well, okay, avant garde, like experiment. Well, more experimental than avant garde because there's like
Black
no
Dice is an
to
experimental music band currently based in Brooklyn, New York.
So you know about Black Dice.
Initially drawing on hardcore punk and noise rock.
Oh, you're reading it. Yeah. Well, actually, they're originally from, I believe, Rhode Island, actually, but they moved to New York at some point. Yeah.
Well, Wikipedia needs an update then.
Well, I'll log in later, but yeah. So no, that's good. But no, they're super sick. They're crazy, and like they're like a bunch of art students who like are like they make incredible, fucking insane art that's like fucking mind-bending psychedelic badass shit. And we used to go see them like at UCSD, like the Shea Cafe down there and stuff, like, Man is the Bastard and people played down there like way back in the day and stuff, San Diego scene. Anyways, but they're crazy and they're awesome. And so like they started off like super experimental and stuff, and then as time went on they became more like electronic, but it's like in a different like approach to it. It's like so sick. It's like so free of like almost like thinking from like a musician's angle, because they're all art students. So like they came to it like totally from a different angle before, which is like super experimental noise, just free form style. But like it's like become over time like turn into this really sick electronic thing, but it's so different and unique, like compared to like the like gridded kind of stuff, And I saw them like, because I used to see them at these like small places way back and stuff. And then years later, I saw them play at like, God, where's that place in San? It wasn't the Great American Music Hall. It was like where's like the giant club in San Francisco that's like, is it the American? It's not the
Great American Music Hall. Wait,
what
did you?
Is that different from the place on Van Ness? Or is that the Great American Music Hall like on Van Ness right there? Like,
or is that Regency Ballroom?
Oh, that's two different places, right?
Yeah,
Regency Ballroom. I saw it at the Grand American Music. That's where it was, and it was like this fucking fat place. All these people there, and it was like, what the fuck? I'm seeing this band Black Dice at like this insane place with like so many people, and it was all like,
was there like an upper balcony?
Yeah, and they were like up there with like pedals and like crazy weird shit, like doing this electronic shit, like no more drummer anymore, just like all like sounds and stuff. But it was like so tripped out, like, and it was so sick, and I was just like, they've gotten like huge, kind of like, and they were like tiny because they were insane and super experimental, like noise, like brutal noise core, like fucked up, like hard to listen to, but like their early shit's like so insane. but dude, it's awesome. I love it. But yeah, so anyways, so if you ever get a chance to check out Black Dice, like all of their shit's totally different and really cool. Yeah. So, and you obviously found them on Wikipedia. So
yeah, no, that's tight.
I got it queued up for the next drive.
Nice. Yeah, they're crazy.
So okay, 8 albums coming out in 8 days.
Yes. So let's talk about this.
Let's talk about the album cover, because I got to give some shout outs to the artists, because this is the first time that I had 2 artists work on the same canvas, essentially.
Wow, interesting.
So I had seen there be these like collaborations in the visionary art world of like this artist collaborating with this artist and them making like I liked both of their art, but then they like came together and made something like really unique and cool that had like both their styles. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like being in a band. Like, it's like we're working on the same song and there's 2 people like working on it. And I was like, what if we did that with like artists, like a couple artists? Because we have like the guy that did Supernal Flames, Silvio Vieira, and he's dope. But then I also wanted to use like the artisan era kind of like kind of in-house art dude, Justin, who's like a good friend of us too, who like does a lot of artisan era stuff. And I was like, what if I get them both to like collaborate? And they live on different sides of the world. And it was like, I had cold feet about it for a while, because I was like, this is either going to really turn out terrible and it's not going to work, and like they won't be able to like blend together, or it'll be really cool and unique and like be something different.
That's definitely different, dude. I've never heard of that being a thing. I've never heard of album artwork. I'm sure, I'm not saying that I'm sure, but it sounds like something that has been done, but I've never come across it. And I tend to think that I like to get the information and really know who's doing the artwork on albums that I love. So it's like, I've never come across two guys collaborating for one piece of art on an album. I like it. I love that idea.
I figured like it's kind of like that, like it's gonna come out like unexpected and unique no matter what, just because the equation of adding like two.
Dude, a collaboration is a potential for something that is outside of what either one of those artists had thought that they would be doing or thought that they were capable of, because now it's two talented brains put together that formulate something totally outside of themselves. That's something new now. It's a combination of two. It's almost like birthing a child, dude. Like two people's artistic DNA get interwoven and then spewed out into another entity. That entity won't be able to make art, though.
Your album for a while.
Not until the algorithm learns enough.
The DNA can be extracted and reconfigured into a bio.
The artificial intelligence. Because like the whole plan with Arkaik is to make music until we die, but then the AI would take over and start making more albums.
No, I mean,
and we'd own the AI. So then all of the, because tech death, like there's so much money in it, all of the proceeds would go to our children. So it's kind of just generational wealth that we're building.
Yeah. And that's why you're going to be talking about your new idea, which is turning all the archaic stuff into various NFTs that will be able to generate enough income, and plus there's a secret software built into these NFTs that you'll be able to then upload to the new biomechanical specimens that are going to hold the consciousness of the new members of the future Arkaik.
It was the plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, it's in the lyrics, man. Just
it's all there in black and white. I don't get it.
What about NFTs that are sound? When's that coming?
It's already a thing.
Is it a thing?
Yeah.
People are NFTs.
Like this fucking music.
Speaking of weird algorithm stuff, the Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, yeah.
We all know.
I don't know. No, who's he? Is he?
We all know who Mike Shinoda is. He did an NFT project where he did a vocal line, like a lyric, and then the NFT, when you mint the NFT, it's like got this, it's a smart contract. I don't know how it works at all, but it will randomly like produce a unique version of all of the different elements that are in this project to create like a unique that nobody has it with this configuration of instruments and tuning and things like that, in order to like make it a unique piece of music that gets auto-generated when you mint it.
Wow.
Jesus.
And there's like 17,000 of them, combinations of it that you can do, or 1,700 or something. There's like quite a bit that you can do. So that's already definitely a thing.
Isn't every record a FT? It's a
fungible token. Yeah.
It's a fungible token. It's like, it's the music that's being like, someone's making money.
Hella fungible.
Hella fungible. It's just funging.
So that was you just spot, and then when it's bought, it doesn't increase in value at all.
Well, I'm hearing like UFC because I'm like a big UFC guy, and like Dana White's like, yeah, every ticket's an NFT now. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? I don't even know what's going on. Like, I'm trying not to be a boomer about it. Be like, no, dude, it's all good, dude. Yeah, it's an NFT now.
Well,
Yeah, totally, like a ticket.
So, Anthony, if you went to a record store
Mhm.
and there's like 3 copies of one CD, does it matter which one you buy?
Actually, I make sure that there's no cracks or anything. And
So yeah, discounting any imperfections.
No, it doesn't matter. They're all the same.
So that's what fungibility is.
Okay.
So if they made like every album
means
different,
that they're different in some
So
way.
you're saying if I went there and then there's 3 of the same album, but each album has a different artwork.
Yeah.
And one artwork is a limited edition piece that, you know, could be worth more down the road.
Truly non-fungible means that there's no other version of it out there.
Just
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you had Britney Spears's original vinyl and she put lipstick on and smooched the inside of the vinyl on the corner right above
Keep Talking,
one of her hit songs.
Her favorite hit.
Yeah, but she only did that to one vinyl ever.
And then
or
glossed
CD
over it.
because she probably didn't print any vinyl. But let's say it's a CD with one imprinted lipstick smooch on the inside of the CD.
Yeah.
That would be non-fungible. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if I own a incantation record where there's only 66 copies of it, but it's smeared with goat's blood underneath the CD tray, it's smeared in a way that's no different. It's different than all the other 66. Is that a non-fungible CD right there?
Yeah,
correct.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And there have been like bands like in the interim leading up to this the new era, like that have experimented. Like Exvius released like a program where when you bought their second album, you could generate a poster in this program. It was like a network model, and then they'd send it. And I have one poster that's like my unique Exvius poster, you know. So there have been like lots of experiments of this kind of nature, but these are before like any blockchain stuff.
Yeah, and now they made it digital, and now it's
That's smart. I mean, you got to come up with something else. I mean, fucking, you know, obviously, like, you know, like you said, tech death makes a lot of money. So it's like, obviously, you got to come up with something unique or something that you can give someone that's different that will actually, you know, encourage people to purchase. Like, I bought right here, Spastic Ink. Shit. I bought the Spastic Ink. It's like a multicolor, like disc.
Nice.
Like all it's like 3 different discs in there that are all cool different colors with all the Spastic Ink stuff all over it. And I was like, immediately, like, I didn't even think. I was like, I'm buying this. I don't care where it's coming from. It's something different and new, and it's like a very archaic model of like that style of like, you know, but it's like a very like basic style of that. You know, it's like give someone unique now because everything is fucking so easily. I could tap a button and be like, oh, your album came out this morning? Okay, hit a button and then it plays the whole album, you know? Used to be like people waiting in line for like, you know, to get a CD or something like that. Now it's just like at our fingertips. So you have to give something different. And obviously, you know, Spotify pays a bunch of money to all you guys. So it's, you know, it's you have to find the NFT thing is like, I don't want to like it, but there's things in there that I'm like, there's fucking like money in that for bands, you know, to keep them going. Like there's something in there to keep bands going, and I like that part of it. That's basically what I'm getting at.
So I have a question for Jared, since you're, you know, industry type guy nowadays. What do you think about the Bandcamp being acquired by Epic Games news that dropped today? Do you have any kind of informed opinion about that?
Not really. I saw the article. I think that it sounds like they're trying to get on that crypto multiverse metaverse kind of thing. I think everybody especially in the music industry right now or in entertainment and stuff is trying to jump like dogpile on the NFT and crypto stuff. So like who knows what's going to happen with it. It's still not very like the most user-friendly sort of way that people have put NFTs into for like normal consumers to like get into is the NBA. like and I guess UFC probably has them now too, but like the NBA has like NBA Hot Shots, and it's like just a normal website. You don't have to. You can like buy the NFTs and like own them. Apparently, it's just like real like user friendly, because like we don't want to be like freezing our wallets in cold storage or something. Like that's the reason why I haven't got into it. Really, it's because it's so hard to think. My friend made me. He like had me download this thing and buy some XRP because, you know, that's what the world banks are gonna move to or something like that. Some kind of like thing like that. And I was like, well, you never know. Well, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I have I used to this dude that lived in a trailer that was one of our friends, like me and Carrie's friends. He's also a known drug dealer. Was one day he knew that I worked at a bank and was like, he's all, dude, it's like 2013 or 14. He's all, dude, there's this thing called Bitcoin. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, this is like the thing. This is what's coming next. And I was like, well, you're a drug dealer. Like, I don't know. In my mind, I was like, well, I'm not taking
financial advice from you.
I know. I was like, he's all, dude, you have to put money into this right now. And I was like, no. And then he ended up with like 40 Bitcoins and fucking 56 grand a pop, and now has a fucking mansion in Hawaii. But like, I literally was like no, it was like they were like $150 a piece or something. They were so cheap back then, and I was like,
well, you just gotta think about how like much of a risk it seemed like you would be taking at the time.
Yeah.
So something so new and so foreign, I still don't really know.
That's what the NFT thing though. It's like, it's the NFT thing though. You're like, I'm like doing the same thing right now. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not touching that shit. And I'm like, fuck, you've already done this one still.
But what if there was like a NFT or, you know, like a leprous NFT or something, you know, one of your like,
I was just about to say like a Dimebag Daryl NFT.
Oh yeah.
That like it had like value to you because of your connection with like the artist or the music, and it's like a way for you to get into it. Maybe you'd buy it then. Like I haven't bought any apes or anything, right? Like that's the thing to buy right now is like the apes. My drummer, he would be somebody to talk to about it because he's like way into it, and he bought an ape that he bought it for like $60, and then people are offering him like $3 grand for this ape now.
So wait, when you say ape, you're talking about a picture of an actual ape?
Yeah, it's an NFT kind of phenomenon that's going like one of the Logan Paul, the Paul brothers bought one, and the other day, and they're like, how much did you spend on it? And he was just all quiet. He's all, I don't know, like 600 grand. Like he spent for a fucking picture of an ape. That's just a cartoon picture, but they're like, they're wanted. It's like a trading card. It's
well,
like
here's the thing
like
about
a Ben Davis picture, like a picture of Ben Davis.
It's kind of close to it. Kind of close. It's like just a normal looking. It's not even anything
cartoon
special
ape?
at all.
Yeah, it's
but like it's wanted by people. It's like now
what do you do with it? Is it just like make it your background on your computer?
I don't know. It's like I'll just screenshot it and
like,
I'll use it.
There's my 600 grand, dude. Just got to turn my computer on to see it.
Yeah, I haven't fully understood that portion of it, but
or you could do like a digital screen on your wall and use it like art.
But everyone else can use it.
The idea too is like you can wear your NFT Nike, you know, digital Nikes that nobody has in the metaverse as an avatar where you're like a dinosaur or something with Nikes on. You're like, hey guys, I'm here.
Crazy.
Let's party.
No, people. I think you brought that up last time we hung out, Jared. I think you brought up like joking around, but then I asked a question about like buying real estate in the metaverse.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a fucking thing.
It's a real thing.
That's a real
People
thing.
are buying real estate in the metaverse. People are buying a piece of land.
Sorry, guys.
You meet a guy, and he's like, I got 2 million.
Dude, I need to like go for a walk, guys. You guys keep this podcast going. I need to go like think about some things. I don't like where like the future of humanity is going.
That's the ultimate boomer speech right there.
I know, right? Yeah.
You can just see Casey like with his hands in his
I'm
pocket,
going up,
walking down the road, just like
I'm getting my Miata, and I'm going to Starbucks. This is bullshit. I want a latte.
Oh my god!
Let's all get a house together in the metaverse, dude.
dude.
That's what I'm saying, dude. A dude who's got 2 mortgages, and then you're like, oh, dude, where's your other house?
Okay.
It's in the simulation, dude.
I got
want a
another
nice
idea.
little homestead, dude. You know,
I got another
chickens
idea.
to raise.
All right, let's do the idea.
All right, so the the dome, the furniture dome, right?
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know, unless we can, get the money together to buy them out and get the furniture dome back for the sake of death metal in Santa Cruz. What if we recreated the furniture dome in the metaverse, exactly how it was in 2010 or something like that? And then we sell rooms for rent in the furniture dome.
And then you end up finding out all of us just end up renting the room.
The funny thing is, like, this is like going to be a thing, though. That's what's funny about it.
That is fucking insane, dude. And it's not at all
It's
out
not
of the realm
joking.
of possibilities.
No, he's not joking at all.
It's already happening.
I mean, he's joking about like people wanting to pay rent.
Guess who get first dibs on to be a tenant in the furniture dome? It's all of the Cali Death podcast listeners.
Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow. Perfect. So that's what I want for my birthday. Is I want some shares in the metaverse version of my old apartment.
Here's evidence that your birthday is always a day later in the year next, because the last year was Casey's actual birthday, Thursday night.
Yeah. So that means my birthday next year is on Saturday. Yes.
Does anybody? Yeah, you got a sick one next year.
Is that how it goes?
You
Nice.
need to figure out if anybody else is going to line up with a episode this year.
By the way, I'm having a secret party tomorrow at Oceanside Brewing Company.
He just dropped where it's going to be. It's a secret birthday party.
Secret party, dude.
That's all you heard. I didn't say anything.
Well, if you find out like we have 40% of our listeners are in San Diego right
Dude,
now.
all 11 people are gonna fucking rage down there.
The second we said NFT, like the fucking view count was still like,
just
I know.
Hey, I'm gonna have a Thursday birthday this year, so
Nice.
Oh shit!
but
Dude,
it's during a month.
Birthday bash, dude.
It's a month, which I have tour offers, so I might have to do it from the road, but I'll still do it.
Joseph,
I'm gonna have a Thursday birthday as well.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, nice.
When is your birthday?
October 20th.
Dude, I forgot.
I got a Wednesday birthday.
I'm the 26th. Maybe we should do Jared Anthony collab combo birthday bash. Let's do it. We'll do it on your actual birthday.
Yeah.
Wait,
we'll
Jedi
perform
Grind
that suffocation song together again, like we did on that tour.
Oh yeah, dude. Scott's gonna be at your shit, dude. What up? Look at that. New friendships happening.
Celebrity guest announcement.
It's super secret though. You can't.
Word on the street is that
yeah.
Is that there's gonna be some
Joseph,
Dude,
if you
footage from
come,
it.
can you bring your saxophone, please?
Oh, dude, I'm going to the studio tonight, and I'm gonna grab my saxophone and bring it with.
Make sure the fucking wizard's coming, dude. Dude, I was talking to him on the phone last night, Diego, and it was like, I was like, dude, I want to do another saxophone jam with Joseph.
Yeah.
So bad. And I didn't think you were back in town. I was like, dude, that'd be the best. So that's like all I want.
Come to the secret party.
It's
and I'll
7
play
p.m.
saxophone with-
It's a total secret though. 7 p.m. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if you upload it immediately, then everybody's gonna. But it's.
I'm not setting up triggers though. Fuck all that. Pain in the
What?
ass.
I'm bringing triggers,
not-
dude.
Oh, okay. Well, you can. I'm not getting all fucking. Oh, dude.
Dude.
I want to meet Christopher Beadle, dude. I haven't met him yet. I'm like super.
I had the pleasure of meeting him. He fucking snuck me into the
Sin City Fest.
Violently Vomit show in Vegas, dude.
I still haven't met the Beady, dude.
Dude, I didn't go to Defeated Sanity.
Wait, is he in the
last
chat
weekend.
right now? Ask him
Yeah,
what he
he's
thought
fine,
about
bro.
meeting me when I was all fucking dapper.
You were telling me to ask him how much of a boomer are you? He can hear you.
Oh yeah, tell him, ask him.
That's not how it works, Anthony. Bro,
You're in the middle, dude.
Now you can give me the Anthony drunk alert, dude. I'll officially accept that now.
But at
I'm
this
not gonna give it
Defeated
to you
Sanity show, it was like all of Dreamer were there, Diego and Ed from TVV/Discord were there, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, all my bands are like meeting each other without me there. I was like, god damn it, like the one night I could have partied with everybody, and so I was pissed.
I'm gonna start calling you
Nice.
Joseph Sieber, dude.
Oh yeah, Chris. It was rad. It was all rad that night, dude. I loved showing up like literally 5 minutes before Joseph's about to be playing. Diego's fucking ready, give hugs, get to the side of the stage and just watch fucking To Violently Vomit for how long was your guys' set? 45?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot you were there until the end. I'm like, oh fuck, Anthony's here. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I'll dress up all nice and shit. Fuck yeah.
I was, dude, because that's why I like to look. I like to look like that in Vegas, dude. I got my hot wife in her fucking nice dress, dude. I'm not gonna show up in a fucking, Cannibal Corpse. Cannibal Corpse has been coming up a lot this show.
I mean, pretty much every death metal, everything.
That's like the go-to. Like when you're too drunk and you can't think of like an obscure band, you're just like Cannibal Corpse, dude.
Cannibal Corpse, dude. They're pretty. So Cannibal Corpse, that's part of the plethora of shows that are coming here. So it's they're playing Jared the day your album comes out. I hit up your wife and was like, hey, we're going to this, and I'm like, I didn't add you in the thing because you always like you respond like 9 days later. You're like, fuck yeah, guys, what's up? Blah blah. So I'm like, I'm intentionally not adding Jared in this group chat.
It's fine.
But the day your album comes out, Cannibal Corpse with who else, like
Where at?
Whitechapel and
Revocation,
Revocation,
Shadow of Intent.
Shadow of Intent, Berkeley. We're all going.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So you're going too, because I told your wife to take you.
All right. Well, that's how it
Shout
works.
out Shara.
Share it.
Shout out, Shara.
She's like, well, I'm not going, so we're gonna have a talk later. Well, fuck yeah, man. I think we're running into a brick wall a little bit because we're all.
I don't feel any brick wall, but we can.
Yeah,
I gotta go practice. I gotta go
think-
practice.
I'm just
for
going
Casey's
off of
party.
the. Casey wanted to take a walk like 3 seconds ago, so I don't know. I guess there's no brick wall.
No, it's all
No,
good.
you just have to wait until
I'm
like
here for the
halfway
long
through it
run.
to realize he was kidding. Because at first I was like,
okay,
shit, dude.
so I'm gonna
Something's
call Jared out real
going
quick.
on.
I'm gonna
I
call
just
Jared
changed
out real quick.
I changed my hat. I'm here for the long run, dude.
I'm calling Jared out real quick. Jared is the biggest proponent of your guys' podcasts go way too long. You have to shorten those motherfuckers up.
Nice.
So
we
speak
the longest.
Yeah, but why? When we
I know. I'm not.
only.
I like was thinking in my head, this could be a 3-hour podcast.
Yeah. It
I
totally
think
Yeah.
we should.
So I
Make this
came into it.
officially-
If we end it now, that's going to be a huge win because, I'm just.
Yeah, you don't let him win.
Nah.
I prepared for 3. 2's okay.
I
I mean,
agree.
it feels like just hanging out. Like you guys' you have like the most casual podcast.
You
It's
have
just like
to-
hanging out.
Well, you got to
Totally.
pack a lunch. You got to pack a lunch when you come to
I know.
Like,
Like,
you
dinner
gotta
or something.
pack a backpack, bring a Swiss Army knife. It's like I don't know.
One thing about the podcast that when they're really long, one thing I really do like is that like I don't listen to the usual like the normal long podcast. I don't listen to it in one sitting. I go to bed to them every night, so I listen to like 40,
first
30
15
minutes at a time. Yeah, I listen to like 3 minutes. And then, like, I just do that for like a year.
That's
like,
Joel's
I just do
teddy
3
bear.
minutes. But no, it literally is because when I have a ear ringing thing, so I have to put something on every time. But like I literally put it on and be like, fuck yeah, this is sick. Go to bed and be like, I don't know how long I got through, so I have to rewind till like it's something that I kind of remember, and I just keep it going. And a podcast can last me, if it's like a 3-hour podcast, that can last me like 3 or 4 days.
We've gotten little feedback throughout the year, and
I'm just calling
whatever
Jared
we've been doing it.
this
But
morning.
I'm
No,
saying that when we do the longer ones, then we get people that say they're down with the longer ones. Keep
Well-
the longer ones coming, and then
I've given Jared
never
that
gotten the
feedback,
other
too.
side, and I'm sure
I'm
there's
getting
the other
feedback.
side.
I
The
feel
other
like
side is our average listening time is like 24 minutes total. So
so,
per episode. So that's
But-
average. So that's with the people listening, the 2 hours average with the people
Yeah,
who listen
yeah.
for the first 5
Those
minutes.
are the people that
Okay,
listen for like
listen,
45
yeah.
seconds.
so okay. So
Yeah.
here's the whole thing is that I think all of this talk tonight makes me feel like this should be the longest podcast we've ever done,
I'm out of here, dude.
and also My birthday is at midnight. Like in 2 hours.
I'll keep going.
Minutes.
Don't fucking threaten me with a good time, dude.
Why don't we just? I think Jared's down. I think he is on board.
I don't know. He's.
Shit.
I don't know.
He's down.
Yeah, I don't know if he's down.
Dude, come on, you guys. You got it was serious, dude. Come on, dude.
I mean, I'm down. Don't fucking threaten me. I'll stay on here.
Yeah, dude.
I'll stay until 4 a.m.
See, look at the chat, dude. Come on. See, you guys. See, I'm talking about, bro.
What up? See that? Yeah, those were fun, dude.
But here's the whole thing about the long episode. If you're not into it, just you can like. There's this thing.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a stop button.
You can also resume. You can also resume.
Bottom, you can just like press stop and then like not
exactly what I was saying. Like you could resume. Like you can do like a little chunk of it and then come back. It's like really easy. Like with me and Jared are really into sword and scale. You know, sometimes
you're about to say sword fighting.
A nice solid hour.
Yeah, me and Jared are really into sword.
I still fall asleep
Very good
during
example.
it. I still fall asleep in the middle of it. Then I have these the most fucked up dreams of my life. But I'm like thinking
you guys
I'm on the
heard
run.
That other than Joel? Ever heard?
I have. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
What is it? Say
it's
it again?
amazing.
It's called Sword and Scale.
It sounds
like crime,
familiar,
like crime podcast, right? Like
yeah.
No, I thought we were talking about a band.
Probably
It's like every episode is like a death metal band.
Yeah.
Dude, every episode has my heart beating.
Chop your kids up, bury them in the backyard.
That's the last episode.
My main pod listening is silly as fuck comedy right now, dude. I love Comedy Bang Bang, dude. That is my fucking shit. If you guys don't know about Comedy Bang Bang, all your favorite comedians have been on it.
And shout out to Anthony. Anthony has literally pointed me in directions I don't want to go in. Like Kill Tony, like what, 5 years ago?
Oh, I love Kill Tony.
No. I go over to the fucking Jared's house now, and he's like, they're obsessed with Kill Tony, and I'm like, dude, fucking Anthony had to force me to listen to it, and I became obsessed. Like, I'm sitting here on YouTube and like, it's going live on like Monday or Tuesday, and just watch every episode, and it was amazing.
So take my advice again. Comedy Bang Bang. The guy who hosts it, his name's Scott Ackerman. He was a writer and performer on the show Mr. Show back in the 90s. He is the director of Between Two Ferns, the movie, and all that shit. That not just the movie, but everything that Zach did in that. He is the director and writer, you know, and he's the host of this podcast. It's only like an hour, just over an hour, and it's all these sick comedic actors and comedian stand-ups too that come on the show. They either are guests or they're going to do characters, and it's not at all planned. They go in with just a basic, I'm going to be this guy, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and then they go, and it's all improv, and it's the host is trying to guide, you know, it's the yes and thing. I love yes and, because you can get down into a deep fucking hole that is just so silly and hilarious, where I'm just flexing my abs for like minutes on end while I'm trying to work on cars and shit, tearing, and my coworkers are like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? And I'm just like, just howling and loving it all. Comedy Bang Bang. And unfortunately you can't get like too much of the good shit for free because they got the whole subscription. They jumped on that. They were also at the beginning of this whole podcasting. Earwolf Studios was like back in 2009, 2010 when they started it, when all that shit was popping off back then. Like we're way late on this, bro. We're fucking a decade plus in the wake of it, you know? And so they were all at the ahead of the game, and you just see how it was, dude. It was just like, and so much brilliance happens on that. There's even characters that were born on that show that spun off into whole shows and being characters in other shit, dude. It's great. And Jared, Tim's been on it many a times, dude, and his appearances are always great. Tim Heidecker's appearances are literally some of the funniest shit, because he's always an asshole. And if you don't know who he is, he's not really an asshole. No, he's playing the asshole.
Good at playing one.
He's great at playing one, dude. So yeah, Enough
There's something funny about that though. About like it's like the Norm Macdonald kind of like dodge, like playing a thing and like, but you know what he's doing, and once you catch on to what he's doing, it's like the funniest fucking thing ever.
Oh yeah.
But when you first fucking see it, you're like, oh fuck this guy. This guy's
but what's
dick,
great
dude.
about it is like Tim and Duncan Trussell, for example, them two can actually make you feel like they're actually having an argument. You're like, wait, is this serious right now? Like, are they really not having a good time on this podcast? Oh, okay, no, they're good because you hear a little giggle somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah,
dude. Jared, I was just looking at your flyer, and I was just like, dude, like, I feel like you could have easily been like on Game of Thrones or like some show.
He's got a crown of thorns on that.
This guy, dude.
That was
you like the logo placement on that? That was pretty sick.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. That's right. But dude, seriously,
pre-pandemic,
you could have been like an actor.
Well, I am an actor.
Really?
Yeah.
You are? Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. You haven't seen his work yet, dude?
You haven't seen it?
Part 1 and 2.
Yeah. Paul Atreides, dude.
If you want to see me acting, this was like 15 years ago, but you can Google spoons. I think, let's see if it comes up. Spoons. This is super embarrassing for me.
Are you serious, dude?
I'm looking right now. I literally just Googled, by the way. I just Googled Google.com. You know what I just
dude, that's the best. Dude, Google.
Where's the Joel drunk alert, dude?
That's where we're at right now. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
They're too lazy to make one for any other person on this podcast. It's only mine, dude.
Well, no, I made it. This is the first thing I made when I showed up, when I found out this platform. I was like,
it means also Joel when you put that. Yeah.
Okay,
so you have
spoons,
to type in spoons chance Jared, and it says Spoons, a short film by Jared and Chance.
Oh, can we show it right now?
We're watching it. Oh, dude, we totally can.
Watch it.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's pretty copyright protected. There's 107 views in the last 14 years.
Yeah, and Chance's mom uploaded it.
We're gonna get sued. Come on, dude.
We're gonna get sued.
I love
Chance's mom is gonna sue us.
I love this. See, this is what I want. I want things like this.
I don't see it. Are you sharing it?
I'm handling it, but very slowly.
I'm too excited. Come on. Our views are just going down.
I'm trying to do it correctly. All right, here we go. Spoons.
You know, David Lynch was a director. He was
a spooner
director. No, I'm just going off the chat right now. Somebody was like, Anthony's gonna bring up David Lynch, dude.
All right, here we go. Let's get spooned.
I got it. Pick up my phone. I gotta get it. Pick up my phone.
Is it frozen?
Oh, we got a lag.
Hello?
Hey, Grandma died.
How?
She lit herself on fire.
Such a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, and she microwaved her cats. That's 8 cats. Microwaved.
I bet they pop like gorgeous fuzz balloons.
I bet.
Yeah, fuzz balloons filled with guts.
Remember her spoons? Her celebrity spoons? The used ones that the celebrities used?
Yeah, her celebrity spoon collection. Tell me why you're telling me about the spoons.
Before she lit herself on fire, she left them for us in her will. They're ours.
Just have them send it to us in the mail.
Well,
just tell them send it. In the mail.
They can't. We have to pick them up.
Oh.
At her house. It's far away. I'll drive.
Well, what's the big rush? What are you hurrying for?
They're auctioning her house off. They're gonna turn it into a rehabilitation center for amputee gypsy children from the Santa Monica desert.
Wait, I'm at work. I'm working. I'm at work.
Tell them you have to go. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Okay. Can't wait. Goodbye. Don't hurry.
I didn't know that was you.
You're doing so good, Joe. Doing a great job.
Nicole Kidman, so beautiful, but worthless. Handsome male model, so beautiful, so worthless. George Clooney? Ugh.
I'm wearing a wig.
Needs a trim.
I am the luckiest boy in the world. The spoons are mine. All mine. I would have killed for those spoons.
It was like when we first started jamming we jammed at that house forever. That was like our practice spot.
Okay.
Oh, the
Okay,
spoons.
Kelsey.
Oh, the spoons. I gotta get Melvin. And then we get the spoons.
Sitting on the ground waiting for Claude. Sitting on the parking lot. Doing stuff, life is good.
You're trimming your legs.
Oh, God. Oh.
Just cutting my hair. It's my hair. It's not for cutting.
What year was this?
2009.
Okay. You're like 2020.
Come on, Melvin. We gotta go.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We got spoons to get.
Been waiting forever. Let's do it.
We got spoons to get.
I can't wait to get the spoons. I love it.
Jesus, that rattle.
What's that muffler, bro?
Yeah,
Claude, is your belly?
Look at I can't even see
Yeah,
your
but
face
the
in
only
that.
place to eat around here is Jack in the Box.
I didn't have any facial hair and I had a
hate
bunch of
Jack in the
acne.
Box.
Okay.
Why? That's the place that makes the dead animals taste so good.
We're both grimacing the whole time.
I hate the Jack guy. His head's so big. Why doesn't he just get head reduction surgery? He's got so much money.
Head rejection.
Ever since Paris Hilton's head reduction surgery went horribly wrong, nobody wants to do it anymore. It's just not safe.
I still don't want to eat there.
If you knew about your health points, you'd know that. You would know.
So about these spoons. You know what they're worth, right?
How much? In dollars.
I don't know. But it's a lot. Enough to build a solid gold statue of L. Ron Hubbard.
Jeez, would you make people pay to worship it? At all?
Every night, I would polish it with the most sacred of bacon grease, and I would clean it every day. And when the sun went down, I would weep quietly next to it.
That's just so awesome.
If Professor grew a
Thanks,
beard,
Grandma.
little
What's that feeling
chin
called
tufts
that you
right
get
now,
that
you got the
has those
same.
sharp pains in your kidneys, and then your
Is that
nosebleeds
Chance? Is
feel
the
all
Yeah.
warm
Oh
inside?
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that called?
It's true love, that's what it is.
nice?
Oh, okay, good.
Guess
Guys,
what?
I gotta dip. Sorry. Have fun with this.
I
I'll
wanna
see you
get
guys.
those spoons.
Rock on, dude.
All
See
right,
you tomorrow,
peace out.
Casey.
God,
Later.
me
Wait.
too.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Peace out.
You must be a good actor, dude. People are just bailing.
I know.
You should
That's,
see our, you
that's the
should see our,
intention.
you should see our viewer
Melvin.
numbers.
Do you want to drive? My possible thumbs are getting sore. Both of them, they're sore.
There's some
No, me,
Darkane
right?
coming up.
Me?
You gotta do more shit like this on the podcast. This
See,
is fun.
that's the shit that I love, though, is the subtle humor.
Watch this. Watch this.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's letting me drive.
Those socks. Got some mustard.
Yeah, get those knee-high yellow socks. Gotta bring them back.
I just love the anticlimactic aspect of that, dude.
It's all
On the
building
road
up.
some more. Just can't wait to be riding on the road some more. Seeing people. Just drive. Hey, look. Hey, look, a man.
No, don't pick him up.
I wonder if he needs a ride.
Don't pick him up.
Hey.
Oh, he's smoking. He's smoking. I heard
I
smoking.
wonder if he needs a ride. Let's see.
I heard smoking.
Roll down your window.
No. Oh, no.
Hey, man, where are you going? Hey, Bob, I saw that your face looks nice, and maybe that you might want to hop on in and get a ride. Hey, Claude, can you help on with this stuff?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, man, here you go. Dude, no. Dude, take the bag.
Sorry.
So true story, that guy right there the hitchhiker that we're picking up, he's the very first Arkaik singer.
Oh wow.
Before I was like the singer, he was like the first Arkaik singer when I was playing guitar.
Water on the seat, so you guys don't fight about who gets up front.
Water.
And then you guys can make friends in the back seat.
We had to find a way for them to like sit back in the back seat together. Just like pour water on it.
Just pour water on the seat, dude. That'll work.
My name's Melvin.
Nice to meet you, Melvin.
I'm Claude.
Hey, Claude.
Hey, man, you want a drink?
It's time for my bath.
Images of dead puppies. He was looking at.
Jesus.
And don't forget the yellow Gatorade. It's the only thing that exfoliates my skin.
Oh my god. Second on the side, dude.
Yes, Grandma.
That's piss.
Pour it in and make sure it soaks into my supple back sores. Oh, how they throb.
Supple back sore.
There you go, Grandma.
And now you have to shave me. And make sure you shave the thick tufts under my back fat. Your brother Melvin knows how to do it right. Why can't you be more like him? He's such a good boy.
Hey, man, thanks for the ride.
So is that a
That's
flashback
good.
of somebody having that was going on in the
Yeah.
A businessman, huh? How was your trip? Did you sell LSDs?
That's good.
I don't know, man. Why? Do you want some?
I like things that are candy and things that are sparkly.
Man, these guys are weird. Oh well, at least I'm getting a ride.
I don't know why I look.
Oh my God, you're smoking. And Grandma. Oh, you smell like him. You smell like Grandma's smoke. Underneath the tree right there. It smells like Grandma's smoke.
There's nothing going on in my head. No narration.
So what's your guys' deal anyway, man?
We're gonna get Grandma's celebrity spoon collection that's used by celebrities. It's worth a lot of money. She died.
I just can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh God. Just stay put. Just stay here. Just don't move. Sometimes I have dreams where I'm riding an antelope covered in spears, and then I gouge its eyes out with my face.
Great.
I'm Claude, and this is Melvin. We're in the Spoons. We're here for the Spoons.
Oh, the Felcher brothers.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
The only two brothers to ever burn down an orphanage.
Twice.
Hey, just go ahead and sign this. I'll get the spoons.
Thanks.
So,
Here you go. It's like coloring, but boring.
Oh,
I got it. I got my phone. I gotta get it.
Jesus.
What'd you do,
I
dude?
fucked up. I was trying to
I
switch
was
to the
laughing
window and I
so
hit a
hard,
reset
dude.
button.
The flashback, which was what which is what I totally got from that part. I was like,
Jesus.
okay, we got taken back to something, but the editing was great.
So the backstory with that one is that me and Chance's mom was like, hey, I found some internet competition where if you make like a skit, they'll give you like $15,000 and all this camera equipment and like as a grand prize or something. Yeah, Primus is in there. Maro knows what's up. Primus is at the end too. But we wrote out an entire script, like all that weird shit, and then we went and filmed the whole thing. And then when we went to submit it to be in like this contest, it's like, oh, it has to be like 3 minutes. And so we're like, oh, well, it's 17 minutes long. And it won't make sense. We can't edit it down to 3 minutes. It won't make any sense. So we submitted just the grandma in the tub pouring the Gatorade.
Nice.
We submitted just that scene.
Oh my god.
Dude,
good,
dude, I love it because one, I actually genuinely laughed, and
Me too.
at like the awkwardness of certain parts and that editing, I loved it, dude. And but it's still something that I respect because it shows you guys at a young age already fucking taking leaps and taking risks and doing the work, and just creating shit, dude. That's what's up.
Oh, totally.
I don't have anything like that, dude. I mean, there's stuff on video. There is actually stuff on a camera, if I can never fucking find it, that I did, in like my backyard. But you guys like did this whole thing where it was like vehicles.
Oh no, when you had a camera that was like, it was like one that you hold over your shoulder. It's like one of those old school like camcorder. When I was a kid, there was like a bunch of shit that we used to like constantly go out and, like, make skits and stuff. We didn't know there was no internet, so we're just like. There was like my mom always brings up the story. There was one that I did where I was Schmo, Montana. I don't know. It's terrible. It's not even that funny.
Mars Martian wants a link for spoons, dude. You guys might get a little fucking bump and views, dude.
I hope so, man. I hope this is the start of something new.
Yeah.
Because it's sitting
this
at like probably 10.
Is not working out. But by the way, this episode of Cali Death Podcast is brought to you by the Artisan Era and Arkaik. Please go pick up the album at theartisanera.com/store and grab the album. And back to our episode.
Brings me back to the old Norm Macdonald when he was on a fucking like Conan O'Brien. He was still like, you know what that sounds like? Box office poison. like. Where he was talking about,
I want a Spoons shirt,
dude. That's the most underground shirt shit. Yeah,
totally. That would be a super
Claude and Melvin like Spoons shirt,
or like a Rats Off to You type deal.
Yeah,
that. Like, see, I don't even mention where it's from. Just let it simmer. Let whoever knows about it knows about it.
I mean, I got
Rats
Spoons.
Off.
Rats off, dude.
Get your ratty hands off that. Rats off.
Yes.
So
dude.
Arkaik's a heavy metal band from the Bay Area. They're really trying to make waves in the scene right now. I feel like they're doing a good job. And actually, fucking Anthony wears that hat every day.
I wear it as much as I can ever since I got it, dude.
And I got your first of all.
It's one of those hats that if you smell the inside of it, it's not chill.
We talk about Battleforge coffee. I have a fresh package of grindcore coffee, Arkaik. I mean, I'm just saying.
Shit. Hey,
I'm just saying.
We're sold out, so.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, dude, it's a rare blend that you're sipping on there.
It's on my fancy
roast.
It's on my fucking fancy trophy shelf. So I'm just saying, I got
dude,
one.
That ain't that. I don't think that the Battleforge guys would be mad at you for dropping that. All the coffee is fucking. I mean, I'm not drinking any more of the Battleforge. I need to hit up Mike again, dude. I need to be pumping. I want to ask him for beans next time, dude, because I have my own grinder. I'd like to check it out in French press style.
So I have an idea right now because Jared's an idea guy. So I want to be like get yourself like we just dropped like another couple viewers.
By the way, we're going to copyright this podcast. This will be the first copyrighted podcast because all the ideas that we've come up
It's NFT.
in the last 2 hours and 39 minutes.
If we see any of these ideas hit Reddit tomorrow, expect a cease and desist order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mass cease and desist.
But like,
All right.
I want to like
Not fucking around.
I want to get rated by like 20 people and have like 500 people and like see how fast we can lose everyone. Like, it's like
we can do that quick if we really try.
I'm just saying, like, it's like a competition.
I'll just show
like,
my butthole, dude. That's it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that'll take down the channel, but like,
Strike.
Anthony.
Like, see how fast you can lose viewers. I don't know. I'm just going negative. Like, I'm just a rebel.
Whoa, dude. Casey's got a beanie on now.
Dude, Casey's
his ears were chilling.
I feel like Jared's got the cool way to wear it. You got to go right at the hairline, right?
Yeah, you got to show a little hair.
See,
when I wear a beanie, I show a little bit of just a little bit of the front hair. That's it.
Casey looks like the guy on the package of hot fries I used to buy when I was a kid.
Hot fries. It's like
that's an old boomer joke.
That's
but
too much.
so what do you guys think about Limp Bizkit?
You know, it's too much.
I'm really looking forward to the new reality TV show Fred Durst Island coming out on Peacock. It's gonna be
everything's an island with the reality shows, dude.
Yeah,
I still like it. No, that's way less interesting than the the reaction
video island.
Oh, reaction island. I mean, you already gave away $1 million idea, so I guess it's not it's not yours anymore. You know, you gave a fully
That's
fungible.
why I said this. As soon as we're done, it's copyrighted.
It's a UFT. It's a universal fungible token. So now everyone's going to take it.
It's a UNFT.
Well, it's a ABC.
The gestation period between $1 million ideas for me is about an hour to an hour and a half. For we're coming up on another one right now.
See, that's why we brought Jared on.
Oh my god, that's great.
I
love it.
Well, fuck yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, dude. I'm saying.
All right, let's end it real quick before Joel. Oh, he's bad.
What?
Oh, you're trying to end it. I have to end it. I have to click the button.
Anthony.
Oh yeah, you're the one who's in control.
But I appreciate it.
We are getting silly right now.
All right,
2 more hours.
Well, so we have. I know, just for Jared. Like we should do like
2 more hours. I'm down.
Like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I can go till 12. Yeah, that works. 2 more hours. That's it.
All right, where do we start?
So what next?
So you guys like?
This is gonna be what's next till 12.
Yeah, I'll stay on, guys. Don't worry.
Podcast Endurance Island.
Dude, if it was a competition, I think I could go for.
I would murder you guys.
Well, we did Steve like we
It sounds like you said you would murray you guys.
I'd murder.
You're on our show. We would do it together.
murder
You
you
wouldn't
guys.
murder us. Who you get? So you're saying that we're all going to take individual mics, individual shows, one person who could do it better at a one
man
host,
show.
Do like a Bill Burr thing, a rant. Who could do the best rant podcast?
Well, it's got to be a variety show, so you got to come up with like different themes and stuff. We're all musicians, so you can use instruments. That's allowed.
Yeah.
This is actually more of something that we could get going. We could actually make this happen.
So me and Chance have an idea that shalt not be stolen from this episode of the podcast, where
it's all copyrighted now. We already said it.
Yeah, so it's there. It's non-fungible.
Yeah, and
it's just like us, because me and Chance will talk for like an hour. We can talk for like an hour about absolutely nothing, but we'll just eventually mold into like a different character, and like if we were to record it, it would be super hilarious. Like it would be really funny, and that would be the podcast episode, and it would just be like somebody calling customer service, and I'm calling, and Chance is like an asshole customer service guy or something like that, who's like, getting super in debt because he keeps like getting wrapped into like pyramid schemes or something. and his like wife's about to leave him. She doesn't know how in debt he is. He's got like a noose in his closet. It's getting really weird. Then starts to play like therapist or something. I'm not professionally trained, so like I'm not really sure how to deal with the situation, and
you're just using your own life experiences and filtering it into this therapist session with him, and you're probably steering him the wrong way.
Yeah, and the one thing that made all the difference was when I turned on that Third Eye Blind song where it's like, wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. I played that out of my boombox off a cassette tape, and he could hear the clicking of the cassette, and that song was the first one to come on, and that's what saved him.
Nice, dude.
I think it kind of
music always fucking is deeper than most languages.
It's similar to
exactly.
Go down here. It's not getting bigger. New album coming out. 8 days.
Almost 7 days. No.
Almost 7. So you said Malcolm did all this, right?
Yeah, I did all the bass.
But
he filmed it all.
Video.
Yeah.
Who did your hair?
That was me. That was all me.
Fuck yeah. Fructis?
Yeah, I met Jared. Well, actually, no. Your first time we met you was at the LA festival that we played. Did you have long hair then when you guys were in the parking lot?
No, probably not.
You had short hair.
No, because even when you guys went on Tour Severed, your hair was growing, but I don't think it made it to your shoulders yet, or it was just at your shoulders, maybe.
Yeah, I think I started growing it out in like 2000. No, I started growing it out in 2012, but it was in that weird awkward stage. I remember being on the Cannibal Corpse tour, and I was like, I got like the most not metal hair. It's like right
just watching Corpse Grinder, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's funny because I remember like hanging out with you and stuff when I was younger, but like seeing pictures of you guys when you were younger, I was like, holy shit, you were like a different human to me, like because your hair, you just looked completely different. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Seeing you now opposed to seeing you back then, it was definitely just like meeting two different people. You know?
Well,
I'm like,
how old were you when you were at that festival that I'm talking about? That I got your demo at, that I still currently have to this day.
Oh, that's probably like.
What year was that festival that we did, guys? The LA Yeah, I can't remember. Was it LA Death Fest? Was it LA Metal Fest? What was it called?
I think Trevor can overhear us talking right now because he just.
I think it was 2007.
Okay,
sounds about right. Yeah, when those were like the demo years. It was like 2005, 6, 7, 8. We made like a new demo every year.
Yeah, when we're talking about the Arkaik demo, what they were handing us was a full length. It was like 8 or 9 songs, right? The one that you guys had the artwork on the actual CD that you guys put the sticker on and made it all nice. What was that one called?
Well,
before the Unique Leader one.
Existential Chaos?
Yeah.
That was like 2007 or 2008.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. That's the one you handed me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still have one of those? Because people are like, we only made like 80 of them or something. Or
I still have one, dude. It's in my CD booklet. You know, one of those ancient booklets that you zip, Case Logic zip up CD booklets, dude. I don't know if did it come in just like a little white slip, or did it actually have like a case with artwork and stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're talking about the Existential Chaos CD, it had a case, like a jewel case. And
so artwork. I currently know that I have the CD because I've actually Actually, probably after our last episode, I went to look for it and found it, and I actually listened to it. And you drummed on that, right?
Trevor just sent me that.
Who is that?
That's me.
Jared.
Oh
The
my
baby
God.
face.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit,
That's what I'm saying. I met two different people. You know what I
We
mean?
look so different. Crazy, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is like people's faces change at certain points too. You know, my
Long
face
hair
is
and
definitely
facial hair and long hair will definitely.
I look at some old pictures of me back in the day, starting even in the beginning of the Odious days, where I used to wear a goatee just on the chin. Like that's all I would have, is just like a thing on the chin. Such an idiot.
What? I got a thing on the chin. What's the problem with that? Dude?
Well, for me, it looked like it looks stupid to me now when I look back at it.
I know. I'm just kidding, dude.
Dude, Alex is such a shredder, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
Do you see his guitar playthrough?
Oh yeah, I've seen everything that guy posts. I watch because I'm like, yeah, this guy.
He's a real deal.
He is. Very impressive.
This was like very much like Alex, like all Alex, the song.
Okay.
More proggy kind of fun.
Are you being like involuntary initiated right there?
Yeah.
Remember when your drummer woke up at our house and was just like barfing the whole time? That kind of reminded me of that night. But
imprisoned by like some weird cult or some shit.
Yeah. It's like
cool, man.
That song's about
was it like a sexual cult or
no.
Oh,
Well,
bummer.
I mean,
we don't really know. But that song's about like this entity, Malevolex, who was from like Metamorphic Ignition. We had these like twin like characters. They're like twin sisters, and one represents like evil and one represents like good. And that's the evil one, Malevolex.
Malevolex.
Fuck yeah.
And Malevolex, like, she's like the queen of like the underworld. So like this whole album's all about like the hero's journey to the underworld, which is like it's just like written over and over, all different the story is just told over and over. But it's kind of like Cyrix's journey to the underworld, which is like a maze or a labyrinth, which like also represents your subconscious mind. So that's kind of the idea.
What's it? So it's Cyrix and Malevolex.
Yeah.
Cyrix, Malevolex.
You just stole characters
Next
from
level
Mortal Kombat
sex.
like 6, dude. Cyrex and
Next level sex. Sorry, dude. I don't know why I'm getting so horny at the end of this, dude.
I want to bomb. I want to bomb like hard. But no,
It's
Cyrex
actually-
reminds me of Cyrex from Mortal Kombat 3.
Well, Joel reminds me of
a silverback gorilla with banana hands.
Joel's NFTs. Joel's NFT is gonna have like, it's gonna be like drinking a White Claw, like the 8% ones.
The surge.
Yeah, the
The
surges.
fucking surge, bro. The NFT surge.
We can't sign off until we lose everyone. That's the rule. Okay.
All right.
God
Right.
damn it, dude. I gotta
We're-
work tomorrow.
We're
We're at 8
almost,
right now.
we're like almost 3 hours. We got like
Yeah. So no, you're trying to end it now. Like I thought I
No,
was.
Six and a
let's
half
break
minutes.
we got to break through to the 3 hours now that he mentioned 3
we
hours.
got like 7 more minutes. Then we're
If
done.
Jared didn't mention 3 hours, we would have ended at 2 hours, but he mentioned it, so now we're like,
Now it's like a painful like.
I think we should go 5. So I'm saying we should just
imprisoning
go 2 more for Jared's sake.
fuck. I can't do it, dudes.
Nah, it's not. Worth
I
it.
can't, but I will, but I can't.
Well, I can say
tomorrow
that
will be a
this,
hell.
this will be my record for longest podcast.
No,
There
it
you
won't
go.
because
that's why we're taking. We wanted to
no,
have your
the
soul.
Cheney and Naveen one, you guys went over 3 hours.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Because I remember I watched it and they're like, this is the longest podcast we've ever done, and I was like, bitch, we did fucking 30 minutes longer than this one. I was like this. I was like sitting in my chair going like, we've done like way longer than that one, dude. It's like such a nerdy thing to do.
Yeah, like what longest podcast.
Chair. He's like, wait a minute.
You know, so funny is there's other podcasts that there's a conspiracy. Those conspiracy guys. I'm not like a deep listener, but I've heard about them and I've listened to a few of them. They could go for fucking like 8 hours on a subject.
Dude. Like wow. Destiny. There's these debaters and stuff that are they just start like at 10 in the morning, and I'll like get off work, hang out, eat dinner, and I'll like go back and it's like, I've been streaming for 7 hours and something, and they're just like still talking. And I'm like,
how could you not go in circles too?
I'm sure
because they're way smart.
They're like the what's that guy who got cancer but rides the bike?
Yeah, the Tour de France.
Lance Armstrong.
Oh,
yeah, they're like the Lance Armstrongs of Twitch.
Yeah.
An hour to them is like 5 minutes to us.
And like Adderall's their performance enhancing.
Exactly.
And steroids.
They're doing steroids to read faster and debate better.
Yeah. They got to make sure their muscles don't start atrophying. You know?
Is that what they call it? Twitch?
Yeah, it's Twitch. It's like you have to Twitch to like work out because you're just
like
working.
Right? You can't
work your muscles.
You've lost all like your atrophy, like your muscles are just not working right.
Well, losing atrophy would be a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what would you call it if you
just atrophy?
It's like I'm losing erectile dysfunction, dude.
Well, you tell me what it's called.
All right, I feel like we should get it right under 3 hours. What's up with Biden? If we guys think about fucking Biden right now,
Biden. You see that State of the Union?
Drop that.
All right. Now it's time.
Silly ass weed filled drunk.
This is how the podcast ends.
I know. Jared knows the trigger words. He's so
yeah.
It's all right.
What do you guys think about?
It's been a good podcast. 256. We made it, guys. See ya.
I mean, we didn't really go to the moon, right? You know. It's Stanley Kubrick and all that shit, right?
Okay. Yeah.
See, Casey's the ultimate. Like, yeah, we're done. What's going on? I'm like, dude, what about Biden?
You tried to like
mute the mic. So what about President?
Dude, I think Trump.
I'm tired of like someone like anytime someone just mentions a politician, just put on that song.
Yeah.
Like so. Anyways, I fucking just like this like
dude, President fucking was a good president, and I think that he like.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I didn't say it again.
Now he's like, wait, no, a good president. I want to hear who that president was.
But fuck yeah, for the 3 listeners that are still around, dude, check out check it out.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Jared, tell us where to get it again, dude. Please purchase, support. All of us are coming out of a crazy situation. If these bands got merch, don't go to Casey's birthday party if you think that you would not be invited otherwise.
It's secret.
What are you talking about?
Battle Forge coffee. Oh yeah, wait, no, Jared didn't even tell us.
All right, we're basically we're basically one weed now. We're one big weed.
New releases. Go to the artisanarastore.com.
Here it is, right here.
Okay, yeah, Artisan Store.
Those shirts are fucking sick though, and those
bandcamp.com. Hit them up.
Vinyls are sick.
And always, this is something that we don't really mention too often. The Bandcamp Fridays, right?
Getting on Bandcamp Friday.
That's
tomorrow.
If you're gonna drop dough and get physical items, drop it on a Friday, a Bandcamp Friday, because that'll be all in the artist's pocket, right? 100%. Just on that day,
the label's pocket, and then distributed to the artist once every 6 months.
So the label makes more money. They're like, cool, dude.
We
get more money.
That part, yeah.
Percentages are the same.
All right,
you guys. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, for sure, Jared. Dude, thank you so much for fucking. You know, like I said it up at the top, and again, I hit you up. You saved us tonight, homie. We could have done like just a Cali Death host jam, but how long would that have gone? We got 3 hours out of you.
That's what I needed.
But yeah, for sure, dude. Thank you very much, dude. I love you so much. This is a pleasure, and I want to hang out with you in person very, very soon. I need to make it down to Santa Cruz. Enough of you guys down there have been like, why aren't you down here? I need to make it. And then we need to bring up them San Diego SoCal motherfuckers for one big old blowout. Exactly's disease, dude.
Exactly, yo. Exactly.
All right. Love you guys. We'll be here next week no matter what happens. You saw it this week, and here we go. We're going to do it again next week. Love you guys.